stream. Genius. Oh, well done. Great. Well, I guess I'll start now. I forgot to hit record on the local recording. I'm so smart. The general consensus was that people don't like pre-roll ads. And that's true. I also don't like pre-roll ads. Pre-roll ads are the things that play when someone first shows up, right? So you go to someone's stream, you want to see like, oh, maybe I'm interested in this person. I'll check out their stream. I'm not familiar with them. They're playing a game I like, blah blah blah. And then you have to sit through 30 seconds of ads just to find out that maybe you don't even want to watch this person. It kind of sucks, right? So you can turn those off, but the flip side of that is that they insist that you run X number of ads per hour. It's 3 minutes worth of ads in an hour. So you can run a bunch of 30-second ads. You can run 6 30-second ads. What am I in a Sherborg here? I'm gonna try and I'm gonna go towards this island and see what happens. So just to fill people in on this cruiser, French cruiser, battleship guns, just at the front. The only gun she has is at the front, and they're these big battleship guns. This cruiser and I are about to get real friendly. By accident. See if I can slow down and allow her to pass. But yeah, so it's interesting because I'm a cruiser, so I have the kind of crappy armor of a cruiser, and also the speed and maneuverability of a cruiser, but I have these big, big guns. I just have to remember I'm no battleship, unlike this Hawk over here. Whoa, 007 Roger Moore. That's a sick name. No. You know what? Let me turn on the speed boost. I do not want to be engaging the flanger right here. No, thank you. No, don't shoot at me. God damn. You see, I did about 12,000 damage there. That's not bad. Oh, no. Let's just... Oh, and I've got planes coming at me too. Let's just swing it away. I don't want to be the guy everyone shoots at. Oh god, those planes look fiery. Yeah. Good day, sirs. Good day. What's this flander doing? He's practically stopped. Oh, it's not going well for me. Our team has so many battleships, and it takes them time to roll up. God damn. Whoa. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. That's kind of what I was talking about. If you're like the very first person to push forward and everyone else is still behind you, in this case because it was a bunch of slow battleships. Interesting moves here. You got this guy who is angling behind this island, and then you have this guy who is angling behind this island in exactly the same way. It's kind of elegant. But yeah, it just was a bit unlucky there that this Nagato is getting slaughtered. Jesus, I don't see our team winning this one, considering how hard we're being battered at the very beginning of the match. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So anyway, as I was saying about the Twitch stuff, what was I saying? You have to run 3 minutes of ads every 60 minutes, every hour, right? And so the ideal way of doing that, goodbye Nagato, goodbye, jeez, would be to run one block of 3-minute ads. Right, because that you can go and go to the bathroom or something, right? So you can do that at the very start of the stream, and apparently that sorts you out for the next hour. So I tried that at the beginning. I don't think we're going to win that one. We might do. We might swing it around. You never know. Okay, Iowa time. Okay, we've got to get our dailies done, man. So yeah. I wonder, because I think the next ad should be automatic. The first one, I clicked the button myself, but it should be somewhere deep in the bowels of Jeff Bezos' server room. Should be a little countdown, a 60-minute countdown that's at about 55 minutes now or something. Or actually, no, a bit. So 20 minutes into the stream, so maybe 40 minutes. And theoretically, I've got... Look, man, I know some of you find this really boring. Stop me if you find this boring. Let me know. But I've already got a bunch of stuff set up on Streamer Bots, which is this like locally run like bot that you can do all kinds of clever logic sequence of events and actions and commands and things. It's very, very good. It's very powerful. And so you can set stuff up for like, oh, when an ad is incoming, do this. And when an ad is playing, do this and do that and stuff. And I've got some of that stuff set up. It didn't trigger when I ran an ad, but then I don't really think the ad did trigger, to be honest. I'm going to play it extra super ultra safe this time and just swing around towards the middle of the map, maybe. A lot of people are coming my way, though. A lot of my team... You know what? Yeah. I'm going to do that. See this island? I'm going to swing towards this island, but then I will swing left again, because we do seem to have teammates coming this way. And I don't want to just abandon them by trying to go to the other side of the map or anything. But I am going to try to be careful. Shame I can't shoot this guy. This big island would get in the way. It also looks like a good amount of their team probably coming this way. Hell, I might even be able to swing behind this island. If I make sure my rear gun remains here. I really need the assistance of this guy, though, the Psi 10.
I need your support.
I really need him to stay over here and come and assist. I mean, yes, we have destroyers and 1 or 2 cruisers, but I need the power of 2 battleships here. And he's turning around and going the other way, which is concerning. There are only 2 battleships, I suppose, but I'd rather not divide our forces. It would be nice. This is suddenly looking less great. Because, like, okay, I don't think my guns are going to get over that hill. I think I have to pull out a bit. I don't want to pull out too far. There is a destroyer ahead of me, though. Alright, can I get my guns out yet? I'm going to wait till I'm spotted. And then I'll be able to pull something out. What do you think? Let's try that. Did I get... Is that a good shot, maybe? A good shot? Yeah, that's a pretty decent shot. Yeah, I hit him. I know I could have maybe used... oh, these bombers are coming in after me. I could have used high explosive, but hey-ho. No, this thing's going to set me on fire. Wait, hang on. How many bomber planes are coming in? They've got two rows of bombers coming in. I can't see a damn thing. Yeah, this ain't going well for me. I mean, sure, I'm avoiding getting... The reason I stopped there is because of that destroyer. He would have just fired a bajillion torpedoes at me. Oh, well done, well done. That guy just took him out. Alright, I'm going to do what I can to get repaired here, get moving. Look at the just massive number of torpedoes coming out of something over there. It must be the... Could it be the other destroyers still there?
Torpedoes, direct front.
We're going to just let these torpedoes pass, I hope. Yeah, okay. And then we're going to start getting violent. This may or may not be a good idea, but boy George, we're going to do it. We don't really want to show our side off. Oh, that's a good shot. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That hit that guy twice. That guy just got hit by 2 torpedoes. I don't want to show my broadside off to the enemy too much, because the Isle is very weak on the broadside. But I also do want to pull out and engage a bit. So if I can kind of angle away and not hit the island I'm going towards. Come on, come on, come on. We know there's a Harlem around this corner. He's right there on the edge. I can swing down here and do a wide arc up to here, which still has that other cruiser behind. Oh no, I think he's been sunk, actually. Here's that island I didn't want to hit. Yep, there's definitely some people over there, but we got at least 2 cruisers over here. Oh, he's backing on up. He's backing on up. All right, I can swing around a bit extra. What do you think? You think he's going to keep moving? Let's just give it a go. Maybe we'll hit his ass. Now I'm finding myself perhaps... Oh, I could use another repair, sure. Perhaps on the wrong side of the battle. I thought that these guys would push out this way a little bit more than they have. I have a cruiser here just kind of hanging out behind me. And he's... Where the hell is he going? Where the hell is he going? Oh, he's firing torpedoes. Okay, that's fine. I was concerned about him turning away from the battle. I'm turning a bit more than I wanted to because I want to make sure I don't accidentally hit that guy's torpedoes. I keep forgetting the Iowa turns like a upside down dead cow. Alright, we're good. This isn't my best. I'm not amazing at this game, but I have been better. Hello, ship that isn't moving. If I can get all of my guns on her and get one good volley off before she realizes. Rather than firing just like a few of my guns and then by the time I fire the next volley, like she might have started moving, you know? There you go, look at her go. There we go, that's pretty nice. I'm happy with that one. I also don't want to hit my cruiser friend here. I'm just wiggling all over the place. Jesus now. So our fellas on the right-hand side kind of died off, but we did eventually get the assistance of this Side 10, who is absolutely getting pummeled. Come on. Try helping that guy as much as you can. As much as you can. I want to really hit this guy. I would love to hit this guy. I don't want to keep swinging left. To be fair, I'm concerned about this Harlem firing torpedoes. Come on, reappear. There you are. What's my secondaries range? 5. So she's in secondaries range. Let's turn that boost on. Now, I want her to think that I'm going to carry on along this course. I don't know if she does have torpedoes. But let's just blast her. And then let's swing hard right so that if she was firing torpedoes, I have a better chance of missing them, I guess. We've got them on the run, I feel. Doesn't mean we're going to win, but I feel like we've got them on the run. I could be wrong. It also looks like their destroyer on the other side of the map is trying to hunt our aircraft carrier. But our aircraft carrier's been smart about it. He's moving up, and their destroyer wasn't able to get past that screening cruiser. That Cataluna down there, who is being harassed to no end, by their aircraft carrier, and our destroyer is currently in a toe-to-toe battle in sea with their destroyer. So it's a bit quiet for me at the moment, but we have a cruiser up here. Their aircraft carrier is possibly behind that big island, either that or she's way off on the other side of the map. This guy, I'm not going to be able to see him. I should probably just range east, like northeastwards at this point. I could use my other repair, I guess. I mean, why not? We got our team there just randomly firing, trying to hit something. That's fair enough. This guy has just barely come into my range and he's not moving. He may have just not be playing the game, actually. Oh, this guy's come back out. What are you doing, Cataluna? I mean, you're lucky, because it's going to be 20 seconds before I reload. I hit that guy's citadel. I mean, that guy's done. I don't think that guy was playing the game. Funky monkey. That's what you get for not playing the game. Yeah, I won't be able to hit that other guy. Let's just watch this guy explode. There he goes. I knew you were going to set me on fire. I knew it. I knew he was going to do that. Sneaky son of a gun. I'm not even really interested in hunting him. I guess I'm the closest ship, but I'm more interested in getting ridiculously close, and then maybe he'll torpedo me. I don't want to just put the fires out and then have him fire on me again. That would be really annoying. Just in case people don't realize that guy is up there, I'll just put a little ping out. How is everyone, by the way? Oh, nice. He tried to torpedo me. I hope everyone's having a lovely morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is. Looks like this Edinburgh's coming to assist. It is 10:30 a.m. here in the United Kingdom of Northern Ireland. Wait, what is it now? The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Are you doing well? Well, grand. Good. Good-o. How's the weather down there? Because it must be coming into what, like, summer there, right? Or like almost summer? Because if it's almost winter here, down in the land down under Australia, it must be getting close to... I mean, is it always warm there? Or do you have a good amount? Because like, if a lot of that country appears to be deserty. I mean, I don't know. I've never been there. It's just what I've learned from my television set. And generally, big open desert landscapes tend to kind of get very hot, but then very cold at night, right? They lose a lot of their heat. I don't know. I'm probably talking some crap. This guy is probably waiting around the corner for me to roll up on him so he can torpedo the crap out of me. That's what I'd do. I would hide up here, nice and snug and cozy, and I would torpedo the crap out of my enemy, which is why I'm not getting too close here, you know? Oh, hello. Good old secondaries. I fire a bit behind because I assume that he's going to try to torpedo me. And I'm going to start turning away because, again, I'm a little concerned that he might torpedo me. I'm not in any rush to kill this guy or die or anything. I mean, he could easily swing around there and lob some torpedoes off at me. Oh, there you go. Someone got him. Alright, well. I wonder if he did fire anything. It kind of looked like he didn't. You're 11 hours ahead of me, and the weather is random. There's lots of desert, but also rainforests and mountains and plains and grass and hills. I've heard that about Australia, that it has a little bit of every kind of biome. You even have snowy mountains. Oh, there you go. He did fire one torpedo off at me. He had a go. Starbuck, you got some time off. Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. Is it you that works nights, Starbuck? I'm very forgetful with people, and I know someone works nights. And fair play, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. There have been many times where I have had to like sleep during the day, and it's awful. You have to blackout blinds aren't good enough. Because I need darkness when I sleep. I even have to cover the windows at night just because of the street lights. They're so bright. I don't know how you sleep during the day. It sucks. It's awful. Let's see. There's sky as well in Australia, is there? I remember when I was in South Africa, one of the first things I pointed out was just, I said to the person I was with, like, the sky here, it's been photoshopped. Like, it's so... I didn't know sky could be this kind of blue. It was gorgeous. Oh, it was gorgeous. I'm upgrading all kinds of ships here. Yes, great. Give me free things, good-o. What now? The aircraft equipment. Oh, okay. I've actually got somewhere with this bureau thing. Oh, I'm gonna have to look at this now. Oh, there's the bot shilling the Discord. Yeah, I updated the bot. Look at this. I'm pressing A to open the bureau project, and it's doing nothing. Nothing! This game is broken. I don't really mind, but that's the second time today. I'll do it myself. Which one was that? It'll be this one. It'll be the Yamato one. Do I need to add some of these guys? I don't have these guys. Or at least I don't have them unlocked. I've gotten to such a high point now in this bureau thing that I don't have any of these ships that they want me to put into my dailies. So it's mostly... I mean, I don't have them, but I'll turn them on. It's mostly like... winning a tier 7. But we're getting there. One day I will have the Yamato. Yes, I got the bot to start shilling stuff. It's really clever because I use StreamerBot, as I mentioned, and you can set cool stuff up. You can say like, hey, every 30 minutes send this bit of text into chat, but only if X amount of lines of chat have gone through. So like if not enough people are chatting, you don't want the bot to just keep spitting stuff out into chat, so you can kind of play around with that. So that's what I try. I figure like the best thing to get on a ship generally first is, you know, better hit points, right? Just in general, because that extra 6,000 might make all the difference in a really close match. Like yeah, you know, main battery firing range, that's a good improvement. And, you know, going faster, you gotta go fast. It's your boy Sonic, right? But for me, just generally extra hit points, you can never go wrong, right? Right? Oh yeah. It's got to think long and hard about loading the new ship model. There we go. I like the Iowa. I like the New Jersey. You can go and visit the New Jersey. It's a museum ship. And if you're interested in naval history and just generally fun battleshipy stuff, I guess, the YouTube channel for Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial is extremely good. because the curator of that museum ship, which is one of these Iowa-class battleships, one of the last battleships built in America, they're always doing really interesting little videos where they'll visit some obscure part of the ship and just like show you a cupboard. And it'll be like, look, we found this cupboard and there's this weird little key in the cupboard, and now we're going to try and figure out what this key was for and why they would have put it here and why it was made out of this material. And they get really nitty-gritty about tiny little details, which I like. Because, like, yeah, everyone talks about the guns and the engines and the armor, but, like, when you actually have a ship as a museum, I want to know, like, what's that weird thing on that door over there? What did they use that for? Why does it look like that? You know, and all that kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. Did I upgrade the Sherborg too? I think I saw it unlocked a thing. Yes, just barely. Okay. What do I want? Again, more hit points, probably. You saw me get blasted earlier. I mean, actually, range would be good as well. But I will go with hit points. You could use an energy drink. That's why you need Yorkshire tea. Okay. Don't try slurping tea on stream. It doesn't work very well. I have no idea how much of that got through the like AI voice noise removal thing. I normally try to avoid. Did I not buy that thing? Oh, I already have it. Oh god, this game. Oh my god. I have Yorkshire decaf as well. Actually, what I have in this, I have one of these really big cups of tea. You know, the ones that like it's double the size of a normal mug. I've got that, like a Sports Direct mug, but it's not. It just says super size on it. And what I do, because you have to use 2 tea bags, I use a Yorkshire Gold tea bag because I'm fancy, and then I use Yorkshire tea decaf to make up the extra because I don't need two cups of tea worth of caffeine. I just need to hydrate. So here's an example of this game being annoying sometimes, right? So when I go in here, it's like, here's your available upgrades. You can pick any of these. And if I already had them, it would have a little like icon next to them, right? Except I do already have 2 of them. I have this ship hull one and whatever this one is. And so the only one left I can get is this one, right? But the game is a little bit broken right now and not telling me that. So I could try to buy this one. And it'll be like, you could totally get it. And then it makes the noise and does nothing. So that's just a little weird glitch that happens sometimes. There we go. Sponsored by Yorkshire. Yeah, if they could send me a pile of tea, that'd be great. I don't live too far from Yorkshire. There's like a friendly rivalry between Lancashire, where I am, and Yorkshire. What with the whole War of the Roses and all that thing. Am I still doing my dailies? Okay, fine. All right, what time is it? We're 43 minutes in. I'm going to play another match. Ooh, what should I play it in? I did just upgrade the Iowa. Why don't we have another crack with her? I'm going to have this match, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom and run another ad, because that'll take me 3 minutes. Let's have this match first. Yes, I went to Yorkshire once for a hen do, and we went to the Wensleydale Creamery, which is where they make all of the Wensleydale cheeses and various Wensleydale products, cow products. And their little video, like we all sat down in a room at one point, and they showed a presentation and showed us kind of the beginning process of how they produce cheese. I've forgotten all of it, but they had very, very technical, old-timey words for the different kinds of things and how they would mix stuff in to start the cheesy process. But the video they played kept making digs at people from Lancashire because of the little rivalry. But I don't think they knew there was someone from Lancashire in the room infiltrating their facility. You know what was great about that place? There was this section of the there was a section of the tour, because we did a bit of a tour, where there was just a big room of like cheese taste testing. Where am I going here? Do I want to go just behind here, or do I want to range all the way over there? because this is a big open area of the map that might get me sorted. You know what? These two cruisers are coming this way. I am going to say...
Attention.
I'm going to try to turn around. This might go really poorly for me. Anyway, there was a big room, and all of the different cheeses that they make were like, you could just... It was a big taster room. You could just go around with a plate and just grab whatever you wanted. But you had to eat it in the room. They didn't want people grabbing too much of it and then taking it away with them, which I thought was a shame. But yeah. And I learned very rapidly that what I do not like is cranberries in cheese. I think that is a crime against God. Cranberries should not be in cheese. I probably could have... You know what? Thinking about it now, I probably could have gone over there where Maya is. I probably could have gone behind those islands. It's just you never know. Their entire team could have been coming this way, and then I would have been boned. But now I'm taking the long, slow route behind this island, which I feel bad about, because I don't want to be one of those battleships that's just kind of not being helpful. Let me at least get a shot off on this guy while I still have my high explosive rounds enabled. And then we'll switch back to armor piercing and we'll swing around this island. Welcome to today's sponsor, Yorkshire Tea. Hey, does anyone remember what was the show called? What was the show? What it was it was a comedy about some rag and bone men, which is a reference that if you're not English, you definitely won't get. Christ, what was that show called? Rag and Bone Men in the old days, a long time ago, before my time, would come around on the horse and cart, and they'd be a bit like scrap men nowadays. They'd come around and they'd see if you got any old crap. It wouldn't have to be metal. It could be rags. It could be old anything really. They just kind of like they're not beggars, but they're like scrap guys that will take anything, right? And it was Steptoe and Son. There you go, Steptoe and Son. So rag and bone men disappeared over the decades, and like once you hit the 90s, they were practically gone. But my area where I live, or lived at the time where I grew up, was one of the very few places in the country that maintained a rag and bone man, and indeed I remember the rag and bone man coming around many times. Probably because we lived in a very poor area, and maybe also because the son from Steptoe and Son, the actor, grew up next door to my mother. She remembers him because they were the same age and they grew up together. And that's as close as my family ever got to celebrities, I think. You know what? I could be shooting at these guys. I kind of wanted to hit the Georgia. I also want to move up as quickly as possible so I'm not in the open for too long, you know? And if I can help whack this Georgia, then these two cruisers that are helping me out here can help me against this annoying cruiser. Because I'm in a reasonably good position to wail on this Georgia, but I'm headed towards the enemy cruiser. I don't really want to be, but my guns are on this side, you know? Let me just kind of let the team know that I am concerned about what's going on back there, because the thing is, that guy could fire torpedoes at me once he gets close. Come on, let's try and get a shot off at this guy. Let's try and hit him somewhere that hurts. Alright, good. So we have the boys who is coming over and kind of screening for me a little bit. Hopefully he's being engaged by that cruiser now, who seems to be coming out of cover. If he's going to try and torpedo me, it might actually work. It might work. Let me just kind of really need to remind the team to look at that guy, because I'm in a great position to get torpedoed. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat too much right now. I got a battleship on one side of me, cruiser on the other. Oh, he turned away. It doesn't look like he fired torpedoes before he turned away, so this could be a nice little brawl between me and the Georgia. You know, if I were him, I'd probably crash into this nice, shiny, barely damaged Iowa. That'd be great, because, I mean, I'm about to die anyway, right? If I'm the Georgia, like, there you go. I would have probably tried to crash into me. Okay, so what do we do now? Do we start engaging those guys way over there? I did swap to high explosive, thinking I would engage the cruiser, but do I leave the cruiser to these guys? I got like a rear guard moving up here. One battleship, 2 cruisers. I feel like they could deal with him, but at the same time, he might be coming out here to do a torpedo volley on me. I probably should not have driven over here the way I did. None of my guns are pointing his way either. I kind of got them pointing off my bow. Yeah, Steptoe & Son was great. Not my favourite of the old comedies, I suppose, but it was good.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
What's this cruiser doing?
We've been spotted.
There he is. He came out a little too late to torpedo me, thankfully. And I will hopefully get my rear gun on him before I turn away. Yeah, their team is getting trounced over there. So I might as well just continue to engage this cruiser, because the longer it takes us to finish him off, the longer it's going to take my 2 cruisers and 2 battleships to get into the rest of the fight. I'd rather we didn't have this, as you point out, Firefox, this kind of thorn in our side here. And he'll be dead before I even swing around to fire on him again, I think. Yeah. Good job, good job. All right. Well, let's swap back to armor piercing and just drive at the enemy. I think, what, are they all down there, or are they moving up on us? Where should we, you know what? I'll head out towards C. I'll use a repair and sail into the sunset.
Reporting the position of a strategic target.
I'm gonna have some more tea. Hey, thanks for joining me, by the way. I say it probably every stream because I'm still very grateful. You know, I'm not jaded by my massive success yet. And so, like, when I started streaming a month ago, I thought, like, no one's gonna watch this stuff, right? I thought, like maybe I'll eventually get some viewers and stuff, but being able to have people in chat to have a conversation with, that was a really nice hit. Like, what are the odds? What are the odds, you know? But it's been great. Look, there are people. People. I'll get there, Jesus. I'll get there at 25 knots. These guys are still dangerous, but I've lost vanishingly little health in this match. That battleship I was fighting earlier never really put up a fight. And at this point, everyone's running away. So they're all focusing on the other fellas and not me. Oh, the Hawk's turning. Ah, I barely scratched him. Oh, that guy's called Pub Landlord. That's a good name. One thing I have noticed, even with people like chatting and stuff, no one has used any of the sound effects things yet. I thought that would be really popular because I got into streaming because I was watching a friend of mine that streams, and he has the sound effects on his stream, and I found it to be a really engaging way of interacting with his stream while he was playing a game and couldn't look over at the chat. If he did something, like if he died in game, you could play like some kind of rest in peace sound effect or something, and that was really engaging. No one's used them. You don't have to. God, I'm really tearing this guy up. It sounds like I'm begging. You don't have to. You don't have to. But it's just an interesting observation that no one has yet. No one. So I told my bot to start sending the commands out every now and then because I thought maybe people just don't know it's there. Maybe they just don't know. Plus, actually, for those who are British, a lot of the sound effects that I've got in there are just like old Britishisms that I like. Yeah. This guy's done for. Am I going to kill him, or is someone else going to get him? He has just been running.
Don't panic! Don't panic!
You win fake internet points if you know what that's from, also. And I assume you heard it, right? This is the first time anyone's actually tried to use it, so I hope it works. There we go. I feel bad for that guy. He just got trounced. He really did. Ah. You got to be careful of these flamey cruisers, because they can tear a battleship up if they have enough time to chip away at you like this guy is doing from behind cover. I could just drive straight at him, but frankly, I've made that mistake in the past. I've thought like, oh yeah, we're winning.
Which could get you out of this problem.
Hey, come on, you gotta get you gotta get that one. I think even that show was popular outside the UK in some places. This guy is technically in gun range. Come on, if we can bring the guns around, I might be able to... Nah, he's just out of range. Close, but no cigar. It's moaning. Am I gonna get sunk by this cruiser before... We're about to win on points.
That was a great battle.
But this cruiser could be laying in wait or something. Nah, he's still over there. Fair enough. Alright, I'll tell you. So Don't Panic is from Dad's Army. A show about the British Home Guard during World War II, because most of the fighting men and women were sent off to, well, maybe not fighting women, sadly, but the fighting men were sent off to fight the war on the continent and so on. But we needed to defend against potential incursions across the English Channel, and also potential invasions and whatnot, but mostly just like submarines showing up or spies trying to land on our shores and things. And so they set up the Home Guard, who were just anyone who was still left behind who wanted to volunteer to be a kind of a civilian defense service. And this was a comedy about a bunch of old men, because a lot of the time it was older fellas who'd served in old previous wars. And it was about the old men. It was just a silly comedy where they were all always making mistakes and doing silly stuff. And Cunning Plan was from Blackadder. It was a Rowan Atkinson comedy. If you remember a chap called Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson plays Mr. Bean, and Blackadder was his other very famous thing. And then Gid Moaning, which I'll get played here.
Good morning.
Good Morning was from Allo Allo, which was another of those comedies about the Second World War, and this was about occupied France, and it was about a little cafe in a little village in occupied France, and it was a little comedy. All old BBC stuff. Right, I need to go to the bathroom. I know too much information, but I'm going to run an ad, and you guys can tell me if the ads actually ran when I get back. So I'm going to run a 3-minute ad, and I'll nip to the loo, and I'll be right back. So let's see if this works. Hello! I return. So there wasn't an ad. Yeah! So, I think... I'm getting comfortable here. I think that it's because I only unlocked the Twitch affiliate thing, like, today. And... I think they're just a bit slow in getting everything working. So I've unlocked ads, but they don't actually play yet. It's weird. It's like I was saying earlier, you know, Amazon is a small company, probably have a really small team working on this stuff, you know. It'll take them a while to figure it out. Now, the music, I can tell you about the music. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I kind of ran back because I have to run across the garden to get to this little shed. And also it's pouring down. I didn't want to keep you waiting, so I ran. Oh, take a breath. The music. Oh, God, what now? Captain, the last battle was tough. No, it really wasn't, game. If you were watching that last battle, it was actually shockingly easy. Do I need to watch a video? No, I'm good. Right, so music. Firefox, let me fill you in. I always want to do everything above board, right? And so when it comes to music, you know, you can't play copyright music on streams and stuff, right? And I know people do, and more power to them, but I don't want to do that and then get caught for using copyright stuff. So I always look for CC0, just license-free stuff, Creative Commons 0, meaning you can use it for anything you want. There's a website called opengameart.org, and amongst other things, it has sound effects and music that's really aimed at people using it in video games. And you can find the license. There's licensed stuff in there, but there's also license free. So I went in there and I said, show me the completely free for use stuff and show me like chiptunes. And then I found some stuff that I thought sounded particularly good. And then you know what? This is a story. Let me pull up a ship here. Did we finish our dailies? Because you probably don't want to hear all about how I got the music working in OBS, but it is a bit of a story. And now you've got me talking. I wanted to do this, right? Let me just pull the music up again, and I'm going to do it a few times so you can tell that it's a different track every time. Right. Hello, Tia. So it's a different audio track every time, and I wanted it to be random. And I also wanted it to play and crossfade into the next track and just be able to like dump stuff into a folder and have it just be really quite seamless and nice. But OBS, the software I use to do all my streaming, doesn't really have great features when it comes to playing audio and playing music. And everyone's solution to all of these issues is just like, okay, well, I play it in like an external music player and then I just pipe that into OBS and I have to do it manually. I didn't want to do that. Because that sounds like a lot of effort. I just want to be able to press a button, you know, and it's just there and it's always something different and fresh. So what I did in the end, the simplest solution, and this is my tip for anyone who wants to solve this same problem, is you write a music player in a browser source. So it's a web page, it's a HTML web page, and you write a little music player script in there and put your code in for all your randomization and your crossfades and stuff, and do it that way, because then it just works perfectly. You know, that's my tip. All right, so just to fill you in on what I'm doing here, I'm in a kamikaze, which is a ship that you can only get. Yeah, I am supporting you. Don't you worry. He probably wants me to go towards sea. You know what? I will range up towards sea. So, you can only get this ship by buying the disc-based edition of the game. It came with this ship. I think it came with the Texas and something else, a cruiser or something. And it just happens to be an OP destroyer. It's an extremely good destroyer. And I've got mine kitted out to be very good at torpedoing other ships. So I'm all about being stealthy. The guns are kind of crap, but everything else is pretty good. This guy seems to be accelerating nicely, too nicely. What about these guys? Ah, they're kind of around the corner from me. Anyway, my aim here is to not get seen and to torpedo as many big ships as possible. Let me just have a look. Oh god, there goes the Dallas. They also have a kamikaze. That was what I was concerned about, because that sucks. Okay, what are these fellas doing? What's this guy doing? No, this guy, Tiger. Okay, they're all kind of going in that direction. Oh, I'm doing real bad here. I crashed. Not good. Next thing you know, there's going to be music requests. Oh dear, yeah. Well, as long as they're license-free music requests, yeah. But what I do want to do at some point, I will get around to it, is even though I don't have to, because it's all license-free and I don't have to do any attribution, I want to put all of the credits in for every piece of anything that I use. Jesus, these guys are just... You know what? Okay, so what the enemy have done here, they were going towards C. If you look at the minimap, they were going to go up to the top. But our team have pushed them back and around. And so now they're actually coming this way towards me around this corner that I was going around a minute ago. And I really don't want them to see me, so I have to move away from them a little bit. But also I'm now noticing that the enemy kamikaze is in A because we can't see him, but by Jove he's there. So I'm threading a needle here, trying to wait until I can see these ships so I can get a good shot off. There we go. The Tiger's a fast battleship. If I just do that... see, I've been seen by too many ships. God, this is bad. There's a battleship here that I didn't even see, the Renown. So I'm just going into emergency mode. I deployed my smoke. I'm running away. I'm going to do a big old circle away. I know that their kamikaze is over in A somewhere. Oh, that was beautiful. Someone just blasted the Renown. And I'm also noticing that the Tiger avoided all of my torpedoes. I'd love to turn left as much as possible, but there's an island here, so I can't, and I'm going to hit it. God damn, this could be really bad for me. This is really bad. That Tiger's about to see me. I mean, I'll give her something to think about, but... crap. Wow, this has gone poorly, hasn't it? Yeah, no, I know. Alright, let's get a few torpedoes off at her. Hope her guns aren't trained on me. And run the hell away. Live to fight another day. Okay, Tiger, you were turning into the torpedoes I was trying to send you away. She is a fast battleship.
Engine's damaged.
Damn it. No, I need those engines. I need engines. Alright, maybe I could use this island to my advantage. I mean, she's almost dead, to be fair. I don't normally use my guns. Wouldn't it be, it didn't work. She's got a repair on. See how fast she is? She's really made up the distance with me. Something awful here. I know the team are probably aware. Don't. Oh god, no, an island. Oh, thank god the frickin'... This has gone really poorly for me. Usually I do so much better in my kamikaze, but I kind of got caught out in the middle of the map there. I kind of got surrounded. You know, there was that kamikaze in A. There was that Renown who was coming up from down the south of the map. And then there was all the guys I was actually trying to target, like that fast Tiger. I just got caught in the middle. I got out of that, but Jesus. Alright, so we don't know where their kamikaze is.
Get moving quick.
Oh, where's... that'll be their aircraft carrier dropping torpedoes. Okay, there he is. So he is over there. And he's turning towards me, which I don't like. And there's yet another island. This is such a difficult map. There seems to be an island every place I want to turn. Because I'm trying very hard to not get spotted. Because if I'm seen, I'm not going to be very helpful. Alright, let's see. I have no idea where this guy's going to turn. The odds of me hitting him are extraordinarily low. He's turning left. Okay, never mind. Okay, so... these things are going really poorly for us. Their kamikaze is trying to get behind us to get the Queen Elizabeth and get our fleet. I should really go and help her out. I'm not really kitted out to be fighting destroyers. My guns are... the guns on this ship aren't very good, and I've made them even worse intentionally to improve my other stats, right? So... Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this one. It may be if we could deal with this kamikaze before he does too much damage. I need to get up there and spot him for the fleet, because while you can see him on the mini-map, that's because our planes can see him. The thing is, once I get close enough to spot him and engage him, even if I do well in a one-on-one fight against him, which isn't promised, I still have to be concerned about the 2 battleships that are back there who will be able to see me. This is not going to go well. I'm just going to say good luck to the team, because I don't see this going well for me. At least I know where he is at the moment. He doesn't know where I am. Oh yeah, no aircraft carrier. I'm totally aware that this is our target. Don't you worry, I'm aware. I'm trying to get as close as I can to him without him seeing me. Hello!
Torpedoes to port. Watch out!
That's the thing I was worried about.
Torpedoes to port. Watch out!
Alright, I got him with the torpedo. Thank feck for that. That was the best thing that could have happened. Because I fired my guns, these guys can still see me, but now I'm invisible. Alright, so now I have nothing stopping me from going after these 2 battleships. I may or may not hit them, it depends on how maneuverable they are. But I can at least slow them down from engaging our fleet. And if you look at the minimap, it looks like our fleet is quite happily turning around at this point. You know, I could get spicy with these guys. I could use the land to my advantage here and attempt to get close to the Higua. I don't like the look of this other ship, though. This other ship might see me. That would not be great. I'm just praying that she happens to be in the right spot right now to not see me, because she absolutely could. If she just... Right, there's a ship behind that rock. If she just peeks out from behind the rock, I'm screwed. I want to get real close to this Higua that's around here and get extremely spicy and try to torpedo her before she knows what hits her. All right, now she can see me. So now she has the opportunity to bring her guns around or do whatever she wants to do, but hopefully I'm too close for her to do anything useful. And I'm just going to really make sure she's dead. And then I'll swing away before this ship potentially sees me. Alright, we still have a chance here. Their aircraft carrier, though. Can I trust our team to take out these battleships? That Guilio Cesare has absolutely been wrecking us. Again, there he is blasting someone else. Okay, so at this point, 2 battleships and an aircraft carrier. The only guy who's really capable of hurting me at this point is the aircraft carrier. He could come over and bomb me with his planes over and over again and screw me up. So what I want to do is sink him ASAP. He knows I'm coming for him because he can tell that I'm in A, capturing A. He can't see me, but he knows I'm here. I'm hoping he is so focused on the battleship that he will let me get real close, because he's trying to bomb the battleship right now. He is changing course and speed, though. Yeah, he's brought his guns. He's brought his planes back. He is now paying attention. I've gotten nice and close, but his secondaries could mess me up. His secondaries could. He's launching torpedo planes. That's not good for me. I reckon I'm going to get him. I definitely need my guns. But I also need to avoid his torpedo planes that are going to be coming in there. He's trying to run on me. Alright, so I've blown him up, but he still has his planes. And he's still going to try and sink me with a couple of volleys from his planes. So this is going to be a bit of cat and mouse. Now it's just me left. We lost that battleship. Did he give up? I think he just gave up. They're winning on points, granted. But I can capture B. I wonder if they'll try and capture C or A. Who do you think's going to win this? Do you think I'll be able to claw the points back? 4 minutes might not be enough time for me to sink every single enemy ship. This is the beauty of the kamikaze. Whoa, it was going so poorly for me at the start, wasn't it? Jesus. Ah, yes, okay, so they're trying to capture C. Probably because they know I'm going to be trying to claw the points back off them by getting B. They're so big and slow that I could definitely go after them and sink them if I had enough time. If they're smart and they also go for A, then I'm screwed on points. I won't be able to capture things in time to really put enough of a dent in them. I mean, they've already got such a head start on capturing C anyway. I reckon they're going to win on points. Yeah. But still, that was a good match, right? Right? Come on. That was a good match. You have to agree with me. It's the law. Is anyone wearing headphones? I know I'm being quiet. It's kind of a quiet section of the match here. There's not a lot going on, really. I mean, what am I going to do? Did they both go towards C? I mean, they're winning on points regardless, and I can't really do much about that. Okay, so do I try to get spicy again? Go up behind one of these islands and pray that when I come out the other side, there's a guy right there? Do I do that? You know? Turn my speed boost on. But then at the same time, especially this Césaire fella over here is one beast of a battleship. This guy has killed 7 ships in this match. And here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. I don't expect to hit him. But I do expect him to give me a good chase. I got a little dizzy there. I got a little dizzy. A little faint-headed. Yeah. He's going to swing around. He knows exactly where I am at this point. I did attempt to hit him with a couple of torpedoes going that way, but he's easily threading. Easily threading those. It's tough unless you can get real close to the enemy. And I won't be able to now that we're out in the open, which is a shame. All I can do is attempt to fire off some very wide spreads. And all I can really do is let him chase me at this point. I mean, yeah, I'm considering getting behind this island that's next to me. But what's that going to really do for me, you know? This was a reasonable spread of torpedoes headed his way. I don't know if any of these are going to hit him, but I'm reasonably happy with that spread. There we go. I did get a hit. Oh, he is turning into me, I think. I might let him see me because he's only going to see me for a moment.
Oh no, we've been seen.
Get a couple of torpedoes off. And maybe swing around this island and then go have a look at him again. Now, oh, you know what? There's only 30 seconds left. I wonder if any of these torpedoes are going to hit him. Come on. It was kind of a shot from the hip kind of thing. Oh, yeah, there we go. I hit him twice. Oh, tell me he's going to sink. I got him! Aha! Man, you see what I mean? If I had more time, 17 seconds left in this match,
No more boost.
man,
We're taking it
if I had
forward.
more time, I could have gone and sunk that other guy as well. Ah, that was good. This was a good game. This is the best game I've played on a stream so far. Man, what a good game that was. Yeah, we lost, but Jesus, it was fun, wasn't it? Oh, yes. 8 torpedoes hit, 4 ships sunk. But that other guy, Rebel Swan, sunk 7 of our ships. He was really doing the work. Fair play to him. Look at all those medals he got. Jesus. If I weren't streaming, I would normally pull him up and send him a message, and I'd say like, wow, you did a great job. That was amazing. That was incredible. I like sending people friendly messages like that on Xbox, because usually when you get a message, it's from someone saying something unpleasant about your mother. So it's nice to get a message from people who are like, wow, you were amazing in that game. Wow. Most of these people you can't message, because the ones with the planets next to their name instead of Xbox, that means they're playing either on the PlayStation or on their phone. That you can play this game on mobile somehow. Oh, what a match. Don't forget to stretch. Stretch. Oh my god. Alright. That was good. I enjoyed that. It was fun. I like pulling out my kamikaze. It's such a simple ship. Ah. How about a cruiser? How about a cruiser that I'm... Well, actually, hang on a minute. There's this thing. There's the campaigny what's it. Let's make sure I'm pulling something out that is a part of that. I think that's what that filter means. Oh, I've got more of these crates. Maybe I'll actually unlock a destroyer this time. Yeah, that music is really good. I really enjoyed it. I need to put the God, I forgot to finish my sentence about 10 minutes ago, didn't I? I want to get all of the credits, all of the links for all of the assets that I use and put them on one page. Oh, hello, Straff. How's it going? I did. You know, if that were your battleship, I'd say you were one of the best players I've ever seen, because you single-handedly sunk almost our entire team. I say single-handedly, I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of damage done, but, you know, that guy got the last tap on 7 of, like, 9 of our players. It was mad. I'm hoping to get a French destroyer in one of these crates, but all I keep getting is vaguely useful stuff. It's the only way you can get one of these at the moment. Who am I going to get out of this commander crate? Someone I already have? Ah! Pascal Severa Y Topit. I'm sure that's how you pronounce that. Oh, apparently I didn't have him. Good. Yeah, they have a new line of French destroyers, which you can which you can only really get by getting these random crates. You were referring to the advert. Oh yes, I remember Battleships. I mean, we always played it on paper, but yes, I have seen the actual board game where they have the thing in between them, so you can't see what the other person. All right, I have a little complaint about the way this game handles filters, right? So currently I have this filter on over here, which I think is the one for like, hey, show me all of my ships that I can use in the missions, all of the little quests and things I have to do. And okay, great, that shows me 88 ships. But then I'm like, okay, I only want to see cruisers that apply to that. So I'm like, okay, so now it's just showing me the cruisers that I can use for these missions, right? But I don't just want to take out any cruiser. I also want to take out cruisers that I'm actively leveling up. I'm still working on them. So this here means only show me ships that you've finished leveling up. This filter on the far left means show me the ones I'm working on. But it doesn't work, because you can't have like 2 special filters on at the same time. So it just doesn't work, which is a bummer, because I want to see the ones that I'm leveling up, like this Fiji. I want to filter all of these ships out, all of this Phoenix, Iwaki, Svetlana, Omaha, Furataka, Emerald, Leander, and I should just be seeing like the Fiji and the Cherbourg and whatever else I've got in here, the Yagano and the Hawkins, but it won't let me filter that. Why? Why is your filter broken? Anyway, let's pull out the Fiji. I enjoy the Fiji. The Fiji is a British cruiser, which is very nimble, I find, and quite quick, and has about a 9-second reload, which I often find means that I can drive at the enemy head on and wiggle left and right to avoid a lot of their fire and just keep laying into them. It doesn't always work. Sometimes that's a terrible idea. But when it does work, it's immensely satisfying. It's immensely satisfying. I do love this ship. Time for another sip of tea. Oh, yes, that's good. Oh, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff right there. What's the weather like where you guys are? It is pouring down here with that heavy drizzle that soaks you rapidly. And it's windy as well, but at least it's not cold. Oh, look at this. Can you tell it's a British ship? I did I did do it up with amazing camouflage that keeps it completely hidden from the enemy. You can't even see it right now probably, but it is there in the middle of the screen, honest. It's just so well hidden. Alright, so I'm going to range left here, because again I'm trying to be a little bit spicy. So we've got a friendly destroyer and the Leviathan, which is probably... Jesus, look at that ship. Just look at that. He's on our side. He's on our side. Yeah. It's about that here too. I mean, it's not blue sky. It's very cloudy and rainy, but it was 14 degrees here at like 7 a.m. when I got up. I'm in the shed, as you know, and I don't use a heater or anything. And it's 19 degrees in here now. It is a cozy, pleasant temperature. I'm trying to decide where I want to wiggle. I do have torpedoes as well. Okay, so who've we got? A Rook. Or two. Got a Reichlau as well. I don't want to fight these guys head on. But I do want to be in a situation where I can fire at them and then get behind cover quite rapidly. Oh, you may not have seen that, but my spam bot just blasted a spam thing. I love this spam bot. It's so good. It's dealt with every single bit of spam that I've had on my channel so far. Hopefully to the point where you guys don't see. Hey, this guy's got the same camo as me, which makes sense. The Rook is a British battleship. England on England violence here. Come on, come on. I'm also driving my ship by looking at the mini-map. I don't want these guys to shoot at me, and I know they're about to. Oh, they're about to. Alright. But I don't have a lot of wiggle room here. You know how I said I like to wiggle? I don't really have a lot of that going for me at the moment. But I also don't want to get blasted by battleships, you know what I mean? They've put up smoke, which is great for me because the smoke also hides me from them. Oh, hang on. If they're in A, one of their destroyers must be here. Let me make sure I'm scanning for torpedoes, because there must be a guy... That must be who set off the smoke, obviously. Silly me. Sometimes battleships have smoke, and I don't know which has what. Can I hit his tower? That'd be fun. You know what? I don't just want to swing up here and go around the island, but as I said, this is quite a nimble ship. Ah, there we go. There he is. Alright, you feck you. You were trying to come around here and torpedo me, weren't you? And honestly, you may still manage it. Yeah, well, let's try and thread them a bit and see how many we end up hitting. Can I make it so we don't hit any of them? That would be nice. I think we'll probably eat one. Yeah, we ate one of them. Now, my problem now is we still have... I mean, I have a lot of problems, realistically. But we still have battleships moving in on us, and we also have no health. So this is going to be a good game from us. I don't see myself getting out of this. This destroyer could just... spit at me from a distance and kill me. Oh, the Rook got me. Alright, well. Oh, look at that. I don't think I'm going to hit him. No, he went behind an island. Man, I mean, that was kind of fun, right? Right. Make me feel better. I don't think those torpedoes are going to hit anything. I mean, unless he's stupid enough to just park right there. In which case... No. Stop moving. No. Oh. I mean... Is one of them going to hit? Maybe. Oh, are all three of them going to hit? I knew it. I always had faith in myself. I never doubted myself. Oh, what a perfect little thread the needle, because I am the best player in this game. Don't check. Don't look the details up on that one. I do okay in this game. I do okay. Like if we look at my my service record here. Look at my stats. So I've not even played 2,000 matches in this game. But if we look in my actual standard, which is where I always play, I have a win rate of 52%. You know, I win about as many as I lose. I have a kill death of 1.47, so I tend to kill more people than I die. You know what I mean? Like I do okay. I'm batting above 50%. I'm happy with that. I am. And I tend to, my preferred ship types, you know, it's pretty average. I like to spread across all ships. Wow, I didn't know I played the... Well, to be honest, my my fifth most played ship was the Fur Attacker. What you can tell from this list is that I often go back to my Kamikaze at least a couple of times every session, whereas I tend to spread it out and play a wide range of ships. I don't really stick to any one ship. Like, I play the Queen Elizabeth a lot, but now I have the Warspite, and I tend to... When I want to pull out my Thin Lizzie, I just pull out the Warspite instead, because it's a better Elizabeth. But yeah, what you can tell from that more than anything is that I will... I'll just pick any old ship that I feel like at the time. And I'm looking at the moment for ships I'm leveling up. I don't know. Well, the Konigsberg, the Emil Burton, I mean, these are all good ships. Why don't we actually take a look at the is it missions or campaign? I guess it's missions. Some of this stuff is what we want. In fact, let me have a look. Okay, so you got your campaign, and you got your stuff that I guess this helps the campaign in some way, where I get this currency stuff. So it's anything from a 5 and above, and it's like, you know, earn XP. Okay, fine, 5 and above, we can do that. What about this one? 3 and above, and it's get ribbons and things. Well, we're working our way through that. And then it's get XP in a 3 and above, 4 and above. Okay, so generally, maybe I want to be playing in a 4 or a 5 and above, essentially. Nope. Which is fine. I could pull the Emil Burton out. But let's just put a filter on to just make sure we don't accidentally pull out a 3 or something. So, okay. Blue skies shining on me. Tired now. Can I have a nap? So strange that this ad thing. I wonder that the ads aren't like running properly yet. Because Twitch has unlocked all of this affiliate stuff and it is beginning to run ads, but no one's seeing the ads, which is so bizarre. Yeah, the subscriptions page on the monetization dashboard is just a blank, empty page still. Still blank, empty page. They'll sort it out. It's like 3 a.m. in America or something, right? Yeah. Well, on the West Coast. This is like 6 a.m. elsewhere. Alright. So I'm in a French cruiser. Good to know. Good to know. And I'm way over here. Okay, so this particular map type, if you look at the minimap, this game is about capturing zones in the middle to earn points. Now, you know, do you want to just drive into the middle, or do you want to like go around the side and try to, you know, do a good job of flanking and stuff? I'm going to do what this cruiser behind me is doing. Who is this? Dido. And I'm going to range up on the left here. Now, this could go really badly. Let me just check what my torpedo range is. 7.5. Okay, so I do have torpedoes. I am going to nuzzle gently along the edge of this this outcropping of rocks here. I don't just want to blast myself outwards because there's no more cover until I get over there, and the enemy's practically over there. So until I have a good lay of the land, I don't just want to fly out and get engaged by all of them. Because actually, if you look at our team, the vast majority of them, besides me and this Dido behind me, are all still over there just kind of clumping up doing something. I don't know. So it's very possible that their entire team could lay fire directly on me, which would really suck. So let's just try to just park on the edge here and hope no one can hit me. Oh, come on. I know it was a bad shot, but that New York's really moving. I know my rear guns are mostly not clearing, but as I said, I don't want to pull out. This cruiser behind me has laid some smoke. Oh, there we go. I hit the New York. Ah, man, if I'd known that, I would have sat in your smoke. Alright, I now am sat in the smoke. I actually do want to pull forward a bit. It's a shame I couldn't sit in his smoke a bit better, but... Ah, Christ. Alright. Torpedo scanner on. Gade is a fantastic destroyer. He's in a great spot to screw us up right now. He's turning away. His engines have been taken out, but he's still maneuvering. He should be able... I'm reversing, by the way, because here come those torpedoes. And he's laid smoke. So he generally knows we're still here. He could fire another volley of torpedoes at us whenever he likes. But let's see if we can just... what are our team doing back there, man? I moved forward a bit to try and get some of my guns out of cover. I hit Citadel, good. Oh, he's moving this way. He's trying to get behind the smoke. Alright, that's only going to work so well for you, though. Alright, let's see if we can hit him again. I'm moving backwards because I don't want to get hit by that destroyer. There we go. We hit him again. That's... oh, no. You definitely don't want to pull out there, my friend. You want to swing hard around and not get hit by those torpedoes because you know they're coming. Alright, this Galicia is done for. Yeah, here come those torpedoes. I pushed forwards to help him out, and I probably shouldn't have because now I'm going to get torpedoed. Man, that was stupid of me, but I really just wanted to help my guy out. I didn't want to leave him out there on his own. Alright, we hit 2 of them. We got another one. This is going well. Stop firing torpedoes at us. Look, we can do that too. Okay, so my team continues to fumble around behind us. I don't mean to speak ill of them, but what are they doing back here? Like, they're all behind us. Anyway, me and this Dido are not necessarily doing amazing work, but we're doing something, I guess. It might be time to push forwards, though. It might be time to head up there.
Affirmative.
Now, I'm not saying this is a good idea. A lot of their team are all clumped up behind the island as well. I'm going to try and run the gauntlet here.
Teammate.
Oh, that guy's getting torpedoed. Alright, he missed them. Good. Alright, so that destroyer, and well, actually there are 2 of them, but the one that we're concerned about is currently behind the island, so that's not a big deal. There is a Warspite that is almost within visual range. He can't quite see us, but he may be able to... Ah, we've been spotted. Never mind. Well, if we've been spotted, we might as well start firing. And at this point, I want to be a thorn in their side. At this point, my team continue to just kind of trundle along behind us. But I want to get behind this rock ASAP before we get slaughtered. That's one thing I want to do. My torpedo range isn't exactly amazing. I can't hit these guys. Come on, swap back to guns. But maybe I can start a fire. God, if this Warspite hits me. Let me just swing around a bit and hope to confuse their gunnery a little. Their London cruiser is really doing the work. Alright, we're almost in cover. We're almost okay, but the Warspite has fired on us. He could easily slaughter us if he gets enough hits. No, he didn't get too many hits. Alright, I want to hit this Acasta here. No, I want to hit the enemy destroyer. Alright, he's laid smoke, but I did hit him a little bit. Okay, so we made that little gauntlet run, and we got here. And now the team are slowly but surely coming up my flank here. My team is slowly following me. I didn't want to lead the charge, but here we go. I also don't want to fight James Smith 12345 in this freaking Warspite. He knows he's got me. God damn, he's turning away, actually. He's turning away from me here. Alright, I don't want to engage him. I want to... Yeah, I know we're not doing so hot. The enemy have captured the center of the...
Good show.
Yeah, this guy who's with me, the Dido, is not pleased that the enemy was able to take the rest of the map. The Dido... What do you want me to do here, Dido? I would love to help you out, but... If I pull out, they're only going to fire on me as well. Alright. Hello, fun! God, you missed the best match I've ever had. Well, okay, one of the best matches I've had in a while in a kamikaze. We lost that game, but in the end it was me Just me in the end. And I was so close to defeating them. I was so damn close. I'm not going to do a lot of damage to this Acasta, really. If I'd had, like, maybe a minute, or if I'd had an extra minute, I think I would have defeated them. But their battleship, Aguilio Cesare, their battleship managed to sink 7 of our ships. 7. Oh, that's beautiful. Someone just got the destroyer I was going to go and hunt, and it was that Dido. This particular match, it's been me and this Dido pushing forward most of the time, and our team kind of lazily following behind. And I really don't want to be pushing forward into a bajillion freaking battleships and everything, but I feel like I don't have a lot of choice here because we're losing quite badly. And, well, what am I going to do? Just sit in cover doing nothing? So I'm trying to do something. This Warspite seems to... Oh, no, he cares. He cares. I thought maybe he didn't care, but those guns are telling me he cares. Hello, Warspite. You're on fire now. Ha 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 ha. Please don't shoot me. Please. Oh, he shot me.
Good game, everyone.
That was a very good shot from him as well. I gave him a really good shot. Oh, I would have loved to have set him on fire again, though. I think we've lost this one. Their team very rapidly took control of the center of the map. Our team floundered in the back for a long time. I don't like to speak ill of people, but it was a bit silly. And it was me and the Dido pushing up on our own for quite a while. It was kind of bizarre. But we've had a good time. I sunk 2 ships with a lot of help from the Dido. A lot of help. And now the enemy know that they've won. If you look at the minimap, they are just pushing. They are just pushing forwards. And if I were to go out, I suppose I should just go out and get myself killed. Because because what? They're winning on points anyway. There's absolutely... Here we go. I bet I could kill this Fuso.
Good luck and fair siege.
Yeah. And Emil Burton against the Fuso. 4,000 health points. I've got this. I set him on fire. Halfway there already. Launch all the things. That's right. Who wants some? Oh, this London's a pretty good ship. This London's going to come around here, isn't he? Ah, we lost on points. But I was about to slaughter their whole team. I just didn't have the time. But no, that kamikaze match was great fun. Because I was the last survivor. At the very beginning of that match, I did really poorly. I went into the middle of the map and found myself surrounded. There was a battleship to my south. There was a battleship to my east. Both were, especially the one to my east, were engaging me and chasing me down. And then there was a kamikaze battleship to my west. And I was very much surrounded. But I managed to took my tail between my legs and run away. And then we managed to kind of swing around, and my team weren't doing great, but they were being kind of chased down and kind of squeezed into the top of the map near spawn, especially by their kamikaze. I managed to get a lucky torpedo on their kamikaze and deal with him. And then I dealt with one of... Did I deal with one of their battleships? There were 2 battleships who were also pushing up. I think, yes, I got their Higua. It was already badly damaged. I managed to get that one. And then I left my team to deal with the other one, which sadly they didn't manage to do, because I had to chase down their aircraft carrier and capture some points and stuff. So I sunk their aircraft carrier, but by that point my team were dead. So they were winning on points. There were 3 minutes left. It was me and my kamikaze versus 2 battleships. So I raced up to... I captured a point to try and get the points back. And I raced up towards the top of the map. And at that point I knew we were going to lose on points. I didn't have enough time left to sink 2 ships, even if I wanted to. But I did manage to sink the guy that killed 7 of our teammates. And I just didn't have enough time to catch up with the other battleship and sink him, which was a shame. But that was a great match. That was a fun one. I'm not as familiar with the Pensacola here, but I'm probably just going to go into B and be silly. I'm going to be a silly little duck. I'm going to be silly. This particular map, B is a great spot because, I mean, look at it on the mini-map. It's got all these little islands. It's relatively enclosed, so it's a great place. If you're a destroyer, you can go in there and hide and do little torpedo dashes on people. They have 3 very good destroyers, a Gepard, a Mahan, and a Jervis. I'm concerned. This ain't going to go well for me. And look at that. They're already in B, which tells me that there's definitely a destroyer in there because no other ship would have been able to get in there anywhere near that fast. I'm already being targeted by several ships because the thing is, their destroyer is spotting. Hey, you're in a Pensacola too! Can I bring my gun around to fire on you? Nah, it's never going to hit. I'm just going to get behind this island for a sec and let the heat die down. I am perfectly happy to go spicy and go for it here and have a silly time. Oh, I don't have any torpedoes. Okay, that's good to know. But I don't just want to get swatted by their entire team at the start of the match, you know? Let's at least let some of these fellas move in as well. A Fubuki. Okay, I love a Fubuki. Fubuki's a good destroyer. Oh, alright. Just kind of breathing. Come on, hit the Pensacola. There we go. We did a decent amount of damage there. 4,500. I'll take it. Here comes some torpedoes. Who's laying smoke? I know the Pensacola can't because I'm in the Pensacola. Alright, here we go. Here we go. This is where it gets stupid. I reckon we might have this Pensacola. He's going to start turning away, I suspect, because he's screwed. Actually, his engines are out. Alright, good. I got 3 ships on me. Let's just let the team know that I'm pushing in. This is a lesson in what not to do, by the way. Wow. See what I mean? Probably shouldn't have pushed in, to be fair, but screw it. I'm doing it now. I'm going to drive straight at this guy. And I see bomber planes coming in, so I'll just turn on my fighters as well, because I don't want them to hit me. I reckon they're going to be real pissed, because if I had to guess, their aircraft carrier is relatively close down here. Oh, hello. Jervis. Jarvis. Are you firing torpedoes at me, Jarvis? Come on, swing right. Swing her around. Swing her around. Don't let them know where we're going. Am I turning right? Am I turning left? Who knows? Even I don't know. I could say the same for this fella. Alright. Not bad, not bad. I don't really want to hit this wreck. That's my other problem. There's a feckin' wreck in my way. Normally I'd have a bit more maneuvering room here, but... Alright, these bomber planes want me as well. Y'all want me! Alright, this was... I maybe swung out a little too far. Okay, those bombs dropped very poorly. This guy has the advantage of being behind cover, so he knows exactly where I am. I haven't got a fucking clue. Oh, little wide-ranging torpedoes there. Maybe I'll spin away. Can't spin away too much, though. I really need to let this torpedo pass and then turn directly in again. Come on, spin her around, because this guy's going to want to launch a nice, easy volley against me. If I were him, I'd be right behind this smoke, just ready to pounce. Okay, he has pounced, and I think we've avoided most of those, if not all of them. Almost heaven. West Virginia. Jervis has decent guns, and whoever's behind me firing on me, she could pick me to death here. Come on, Jervis, let me shoot you. Come on. There is a battleship ready to blast the crap out of me here. Alright. You laid in... How much smoke do you have, Jervis? That's a good game from me. I'm not winning this one. Alright, Jervis, fire your guns. There you are. Let me just... Firing blindly into the smoke. I'm just spinning around wildly. The Jervis knows he has me. I'm on fire. 700 health points. You're over there. Oh, I was just about to fire again. That was fun though, right? And the other great advantage of what I did there, I may have died, but my team were behind me the whole way. And sometimes pushing up can be a great kick in the arse to people to be like, hey, we should push up too, and really help the team push forwards. Especially in World of Tanks, I find sometimes, maybe not so much in this case, but sometimes you're in World of Tanks or wherever, whatever game, and you can see from the lay of the land and what's going on that your team have the advantage to push forward right here. But it requires more than one of you to push forward, right? If only one of you did it, that person would die. But if everyone who's in this particular area were to push forward, they would be successful. It's easier to kind of tell in World of Tanks when that kind of situation is occurring. And I often find that if I'm the one that just starts moving forward, if I'm the first person to duck my head out of cover and really start going for it, everyone will eventually follow suit. You just have to have that first person to step out and actually do it. In this case, I can't say that it was necessarily the best move. I mean, I don't know. We've still got 3 cruisers left of the little group that was with me. And 2 of them are in B, which isn't necessarily amazing for them because they're getting torpedoed a bunch. And especially because they cannot engage this battleship. And yeah, there goes the one cruiser that was engaging the battleship. So they've lost the advantage here a little bit. I think our team are not going to win this. Those 2 cruisers are just going to get hammered by bomber planes and torpedo planes, and they don't really have the health pool and the ability to even fight that one battleship at this point. But we did good. We did good. That was fun. Good luck, Devonshire and Exeter. 2 places in England. Good luck. Don't forget to drink your tea. You can still hear me when I whisper, right? I never take this ship out, so I thought I'd give it a go. I don't know why I'm whispering. It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long time, but my time is finally near. And I can see my dream come alive at last. I can touch the sky? Is that the next line? I don't know. Any Star Trek Enterprise viewers who know the lyrics? In chat. Of all of the 5 people who are currently watching this stream, I wonder if any of them have memorized the lyrics to a 25-year-old Star Trek show intro song. All right, I'm in a German battleship, the Koenig. And I am going to wiggle my way down towards D. I'm looking at who's up here and who's down there, and I feel like it's even Stevens on who I go and help out. Because up at the top, they've got 3 battleships and a destroyer on my team. But down at the bottom, they've only got a battleship, a cruiser, and a destroyer. So just to even things up, if I go help those guys out, that might be a good move. Oh, don't torpedo me. Where's these torpedo planes going? Alright, they're going towards the other group? No, did I speak too soon? Don't torpedo me. I'm going to have to turn around. I can see them coming my way, which is why I'm spinning away from them. I'm already turning hard to starboard because that's the best move when you're being torpedoed. And that's the best way to do it, to keep your eyes out and start turning like 20, 30 seconds before they actually come in to attack you. So now they've dropped their torpedoes and there are 2 of them, and I may not be able to dodge both of them, but I'll probably dodge one of them. In fact, I may have managed to avoid both of them. Thing is, though, he's going to be coming in for another pass, which is also something to be concerned about. Because the other thing is, when a destroyer avoids your first torpedo pass, oftentimes they're paying too much attention to that to remember that they're going to come in again. But they didn't. Okay, perfect. Oh, Luna, hey! How you doing? Your mother plays Warships? My mother... oh, no, they have a kamikaze. My mother... I'm not sure she'd know how to turn a console on. But then, of course... I thought about that the other day because your family, a lot of the names of your family members are named after famous ships, right? Famous naval vessels. And I thought, oh, like, her parents must be really quite into naval history then, you know. So it makes sense that she might be into warships. I mentioned on the stream I was watching the other day, but I'll mention it here as well. For those who are interested in just naval history, it's a civilian vessel. Okay, so there's a book called The Great Iron Ship by James Dugan. It's a marvelous book. I would recommend it to anyone who's interested in not just the history of seafaring stuff, but it touches on a few things. So if you're British especially, you might be familiar with Isambard Kingdom Brunel, a very, very famous... Oh no, the kamikazes in D. I'm going to spin around again. There are a lot of battleships over here. This is bad. He's a very famous inventor from the Victorian era. Very famous. You know, built a lot of bridges and so on. And he eventually wanted to build a great, iron ship. He wanted to build a great metal ship. He envisaged these huge cities on the ocean. You know, the future of ocean faring. Now that we have all this amazing steam power and so on. God, who am I going to shoot at here? At this point, I'm just running away. I guess I do have guns on my arse. I can fire at them as I run, but the kamikaze is going to come after me, man. Okay, I can't hit that Orion. There's a bajillion ships I could be hitting, though. How about this Koenig? So, he got it in his head to build this thing, and because, of course, he was very famous and successful, he got the money to get it built. And this thing was... hey, Moira. This ship eventually got built, and she was like the biggest ship in the world at the time, and it was called the Great Eastern. Originally, I think it was named the Leviathan, but by the time it was launched, it was called the Great Eastern. And this ship was opulent inside. Everything was the fanciest, most Victorian ballrooms and everything you could imagine. And it was so big and so heavy that there were people saying you'll never even get it into the water because, of course, it was built on dry land in a dry dock. It was basically built on the ground. So if you know London, they have a river there. And it was built just off to the side of the river so that when it was completed, it could be kind of shoved into the river and then sent out, into the ocean. And they couldn't launch it. When it was finished, it was so big and heavy that there wasn't a machine capable of pushing it into the water. And they tried a bunch of times to launch this thing and commissioned all these different, giant chain pulley tug systems to try to get the thing launched. This kamikaze has allowed himself to be seen because he wanted to get close enough to just torpedo me. Because I've been dodging this whole time. Take that, kamikaze. Take that. So, I don't think I hit him. So they did eventually get it launched. Eventually. They had to do... just the story of just them getting it launched, period, was a fascinating part of the book. But once it was launched, it was problem after problem. Just like the crews they had were drunkards. There was stabbings. They kept killing each other on board in fights. This is a game over for me. And there's so much history in there that I'll let you read the book. But the thing I will say is that ship weirdly touches on several points in world history. So that ship eventually, because she was not successful, she was going to be this Atlantic voyaging ship that was going to carry thousands of passengers across the ocean in opulent luxury. And the market just ended up not being there for it. And a little thing called the American Civil War happened, and suddenly far fewer people wanted to go over to America and come back and so on. So the market kind of disappeared, or really never existed for them. So yeah, so the American Civil War happened, and there was some talk of she got kind of converted to mostly cargo. There was some talk of using her to shuffle cargo around over to help the Americans, but she also eventually was converted to lay the first Atlantic telegraph cable, because they had to have this cable be one big cable, and this was the only ship that was big enough at the time to carry it. And this was back when people weren't even sure if like a telegraph cable could work over such a distance. And just the story of them laying the cable, which was so difficult, and the way they have to lay it, and now and then they would drop the cable, like drop it into the frickin' ocean, they'd lose it, and then they'd have to like turn around and try and get a hook into the ocean to try and pick it back up again, and then weld it back together on deck. Just so much crazy stuff, and it kept having these flaws, right? It kept stopping working, and they'd have to go and lay another cable. And there was talk of of sabotage, people on board who were sabotaging the cable, and so on and so forth. But yeah, so she has her place in history as laying the first successful Atlantic telegraph cable, and she ended up going down India way and doing some other stuff down there towards the end of her life. But yeah, just a fascinating. I've not been reading the chat as I've been telling the story. I apologize, but it's a fascinating book with so many twists and turns. Like, she goes through storms that would sink lesser vessels, and they don't really know how to handle a ship that big in a storm at that point, and she wasn't really made for it. So like the ballroom, the glass ceiling on the ballroom smashed, and water was coming in, and the grand piano was being flung around the ballroom, destroying everything. It's the hubris of the people that built this thing. This was back when engineers just said, fuck it, let's just build any old thing. Let's just put a ballroom on the ocean. It'll be great. We don't really know what we're doing. You know, just it was amazing. It was amazing. It's such a good book. And that's The Great Iron Ship by James Dugan. Pick up a secondhand copy somewhere. What a story. What a story. Man. All right, let me pick a ship here, and then I'm going to read chat, I promise. Oh, let's see. Your mother and father were big fans of warships and ocean liners, so well, in that case, if they've not read this book, this would be a good Christmas present for them. Seriously, I think they'd get a real good read out of this. This is a good book. They named two of your sisters after the Britannic and the Lusitania. And your sister named her baby daughter after the, I can't pronounce this one, Mauritania. You know what? Britannic was a good choice. And I was thinking to myself after the stream the other day that like your parents were so close to naming one of their kids Titanic. You know, Britannic, Titanic. I mean, they could have gone for it. You wanted to name your daughter after Tirpitz. Tirpitz is a fine ship. I think I have a book here. I have a book here somewhere. I have a book here on my shelf called British Navy at War. Who wrote this one? Is it Professor Dixon of the University of Glasgow? I'm sure they mention Tirpitz going down in here somewhere. Was Tirpitz sunk? Must have been, right? I could be wrong about that, though. I may be thinking about Scharnhorst and Gneisenau and Nuremberg and Leipzig and all those. Maybe Tirpitz isn't mentioned in this book. Anyway, look, sure, instead of looking at books, I should be playing the game, shouldn't I? And reading chat. I said I'd do that. Apparently a 3-minute ad break was starting, but I don't think the ad break works yet, thank God. You just had some really good chicken korma, and then they wanted to name one of you after Titanic. Yeah. Imagine. All right. I'm in a French... I like a chicken korma, by the way. I'm in a French battleship here, which I cannot pronounce. I always say Bretagne, and I know, like, I'm aware that that's completely incorrect, but that's why I'm amused. I amuse myself by saying that. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. Let me swap to armor piercing. There are so many battleships in this. I'm probably going to be engaging battleships more than anything. We have the Exeter helping us out, and slowly but surely a Bayon is coming in our direction to assist. I don't know, it's going to be us on our own for a while. Laser Pig, Moira. Yes, I am familiar with Laser Pig. Weirdly enough, Laser Pig is a YouTuber that does a very particular brand of knowledgeable videos about militariness and things. That's a bad way of describing it, but honestly, no one else is quite like Laser Pig. No one else is quite the same as him. Alright. But weirdly enough, I didn't see anything from him for ages on YouTube because YouTube just wasn't showing me his stuff. And then about a week ago, it started showing me his videos again. I have ADHD, so I will forget things if they're not in front of my face. I don't have object permanence. If I can't see something, often I will not remember it exists. So when YouTube doesn't show me the videos from my subscriptions, I often forget that those people exist. I'm being bombed by planes, but I kind of want to stay still because the Tennessee can't see me right now because my buddy, thank you Exeter, put smoke down, so I'm in a good position to just sit here and wail on the Tennessee for a minute. But it does mean that I am also a sitting duck for any planes that want to come in. Oh, here, they can see me now. Never mind. In fact, I shouldn't be showing off my broadside. How can they see me? Is it because I'm firing, or is there a destroyer who's nearby? I don't know. Come on now. Alright, he is firing on me. I'm trying to turn. You need intelligence data, my friend. You're a destroyer. Alright. This is going okay so far. I don't hate this. Looks like they're bringing in torpedo bombers now. They weren't satisfied with just bombing us. Now they're doing a torpedo bombing run, and here it comes. Probably coming after me, to be fair. Oh, should we shot it down? Jesus. What's she now? Tirpitz. I do have a Tirpitz in this game. I don't play it very much, so I'm not particularly good with it. But I have my Tirpitz rigged out to have very long-range secondary guns, like 9.5 kilometers or something. It's crazy. So I can be engaging in a fight, and then halfway across the map, my ship is also firing at something else, which I just think it's funny. I just think it's silly that I have such a ridiculous secondaries range. This guy's behind me launching torpedoes at me. I am turning to starboard to try to avoid them, and I suspect I'll avoid maybe all but one of them. This one's going to hit me in the arse and ruin my steering, but I don't care. I'll fix that in a minute. In fact, I'll fix it now. Screw it, because we're going after the Tennessee. This battleship that I'm driving isn't exactly the most incredible ship in the history of the world, but sure, she can hold her own. Was she? Oh, she should have gone on a diet. 52 tons heavier than Bismarck. You know, I'm very torn on Bismarck, because on the one hand, she was the ship of our enemy at the time, and it was a good thing that she was sunk, of course. But on the other hand, the amount of time and effort and work that goes into building any ship, you know, the number of people who sweat and bleed to put every single rivet in, the people who design the ships, the people who train on how to operate the ships, and then for it to basically be sunk on her first outing. I have a wonderful diary from one of the young officers. We might sink soon, by the way. I have a diary from one of the young officers who served on the HMS Prince of Wales during the war, which was a very short-lived ship. It was launched early in the war, and it was only around for 2 years before it was eventually sunk by, I think, Japanese torpedoes off in the east. Why it was sent out there without any kind of cover, I don't know. But it was there. Sorry, little cruiser fella. I know you're trying to hide. I'm trying to hide as well. It was there. It engaged Bismarck up there in the cold, frigid waters, but then had to retire. And it was, as you know, it was one of the two cruisers, I think, that had been tailing Bismarck and keeping her position that ended up sinking her with torpedoes, I think. But yes, that was a marvelous little book. I especially enjoyed the the information that this young officer was able to give about the engagement with Bismarck, because the engagement was primarily off the starboard side of the HMS Prince of Wales, and he was in charge of the gunnery on the port side. So really, he didn't see much of anything in that battle at all. He was on the wrong side of the ship. But yeah. By the way, I find all of these interesting books by going online to second-hand book websites. And there's a couple of good bookshops in Manchester. There's some good old bookshops. But oftentimes you can go onto these second-hand websites and just look in their like one-off books section. That's where you'll always find the really weird stuff. And because I use online bookshops based in the UK, they have a lot of stuff that comes from British history and so on. And it's always weird, fascinating stuff. And you can sit down with a cup of tea and look through like 2,000 books to try and find something you might find interesting, or just a cool little, special little tidbit. Man, this game is weird. Hardly anyone has died so far. I mean, I'm gonna die soon. If it weren't for these guys backing me up, I'd be dead by now. This Bayon, I mean, look, this Tennessee's gonna slaughter me soon. If he gets another couple of hits on me, I'm gonna do a little broadside here, if I'm alive to do it, because he really wants me dead. And then I'm gonna turn my bow onto him. Oh, never mind, he's dead. Yeah, I have a bajillion books. I was thinking sometime it might be fun for a stream to just read one of these books out on stream. I don't know. Would that be interesting? If I read some of this stuff out? You found out that ladies helped sink U-boats during the war and that they came up with new tactics. Well, cool. I don't know much about that. I don't know much about the U-boat war in general. I know that Churchill always said that not very much truly scared him during the war, but U-boats scared him. He was very scared of the U-boat threat. The U-boat menace, as he called it. There you go, Exeter.
Nice work.
Alright, now I'm hoping my plan here is to not die. There is plenty of enemy engagement happening on the other side of the map. They're not completely dead yet. Really, if you look at the other side of the map, it's kind of 2 of our battleships versus 2 of their battleships, a cruiser and a destroyer, basically the 4 guys that are left. And our guys over here, we won this battle, but it's going to be a while till we get over there to help them with theirs. If the enemy did beat our fellas down there, then it would get a lot more even Stevens. Yes, the thing I always think about when I think of like unsung women's places in history, I mean there's so many of course, but the one that was that my phone. Does my phone just vibrate? Why is my phone vibrating? I'm receiving a call. This is the phone that I only use for Twitch. And it'll be some spam call. It's from some freaking, who would be calling me? It's an 07 number, so it's definitely a spam caller. Because that's a mobile phone number. But no one would be calling this phone from an unknown number. No one even has the... That's so weird. No one has the number. Anyway, sorry. Yes, my regular phone is turned off, but I have this really old phone with a SIM card in it so that I can tie a phone number to Twitch and stuff. I want to keep this... I want to act like this is a business account and keep everything separate. That's something you learn at some point in life, that it's a good idea to never use your like personal things for anything even vaguely professional or businessy, you know? Because it feels so easy to just be like, oh, I'll just use my personal phone number for this business thing. But then you never know where that number's going to end up like getting posted, or, you know. You want to be able to disconnect from that stuff whenever you feel like it. This is a bit ballsy, but I really want to get my guns in arc here, so I'm just going to spin around, do a broadside, and then spin back again. Yes, the perils of being freelancer. You don't want to give out your personal number. So I have this old phone, and I had it turned on earlier because I needed to like re-authenticate my Twitch stuff in order to set up all the affiliate things. This Texas isn't long for this world. I'm not sure I'll be the one to kill him. Nope. Alright, yes, we do have a destroyer who, you know, I wonder if I'll get hit. I think I'll be alright. Now, what's this destroyer going to be doing? Oh, it's the indefatigable. I love this word, indefatigable. I was reading a book the other day. God, it makes me sound like all I do is read about war naval history. But I was reading a book the other day about Jutland, the battle at Jutland. And it was so unfortunate to see that the Invincible was very, very soundly and very rapidly sunk. Bad name for a ship. Don't call your ship the Invincible. You're just asking for trouble, you know? You love maritime history, Luna, and the most you watch these two guys on YouTube called Ocean Liner Designs and Historical Travels. Yes, I know Ocean Liner Designs. They recently changed their whole vibe, and they've started becoming a bit more professional, and it just doesn't feel as nice anymore. It used to be more interesting, and they've just gone a bit... what's the word? Their videos don't seem quite as informative, or they seem like they're aimed at slightly more of the general public isn't quite the way of putting it. But I don't know, they've lost a little bit of heart in their production now. I think they may use AI voices, I'm not sure. But I don't know, it's just... I went off them. I saw a couple of their videos when they changed, and I don't remember what it was, because it was months ago, but I was watching their video and I was like, this video is unusually bad. You know, like, they're giving me information that isn't really particularly interesting or that we might already know, and they're not giving you the really juicy, interesting stuff. I think they made the video too long. Was that a problem that I remember? Like, they really padded it out. But then you found out that I think they may have sold their channel or something. I think Ocean Liner, they might be one of the ones that's technically partially owned by private equity. Because a lot of YouTube channels these days, you don't realize it, but they're owned, or at least in part owned, by private equity firms. They don't show it publicly, but they are. And so they're somewhat beholden to producing stuff in that kind of manner. And that's a shame, because Ocean Liner Designs, when it felt more like it was like a little team and like one guy and the original guy was reading out all of the voice stuff, it was nice and it was interesting. It was really well produced. And it's just lost a bit of that sparkle that made it special. So I've just kind of stopped watching it, yeah. But, you know, the old videos are probably still there. You probably still watch them. Yep, here we are, going through this thing. I got 4 weeks to get to the end of this. Hopefully I'll get there. I very rarely do. The Brittany. She's a fine ship, isn't she? I mean, she's a fine ship to play. Now. How is the freelancing going these days, Moira? Are you still a freelancer? I've not asked you about your work in a long time. What should I pull out here? Maybe another cruiser. It's going well. Yeah, I'll stay on these higher tiers because I do need to work my way through this, don't I? I like a Königsberg. Hey, Moira, hey, are you any good at emojis? Once you get to a certain point on Twitch, you gain the ability to like have your own custom emoticons. And my option up to this point, because I can't draw or anything, I'm going to have to go on like Etsy or something and find someone and commission them to make one. Because, of course, I can maybe do a stickman, maybe, but I'm not artsy at all. My talents lie with my hands. I'm able to do woodworking and stuff, but that's about it. I don't even know what I'll end up making, because it should be something that is... Oh, come on, phone. It should be something that's indicative of the channel, right? And I don't even know. I don't think we really have what personality isn't the right word, but, you know, a theme or anything yet. Alright, so I'm going to swing left, go behind these islands, try and flank them, just see what happens. That's my plan. I want to assist these guys, because there's only one cruiser and destroyer over here. I want to look up that number that called, because no one has ever called this phone before, ever. Because no one has the number for it. It's like a relatively new number. No one has the number. No one's ever called it. So weird. I want to Google that number and see if it's a known spam number. You just wrapped up a really cool project with a client designing some social media ads for an upcoming big-name audio drama. Oh, was it? I know you can't say, but I'm going to pretend that you can, and it's yet another Doctor Who thing. Ah, Königsberg, you're too far away. All right, and do you think I have enough time here to just look up this number while I'm playing the game? Okay, that's interesting. It's a Manchester number. Who are these people? I don't know. They're accountants. They're Manchester-based accountants. That's weird. Manchester-based accountants. You know, one wonders if it does have something to do with the Twitch thing. Because Twitch has my number, and they're the only people that do have my number, and what they're currently working on is the monetization thing, getting me monetized, and they're currently reviewing my payout system. I don't know. I wouldn't have expected them to telephone me, but that could have been something to do with Twitch trying to confirm my payment details or something. I don't know. That's weird. Anyone else here in chat have a Twitch account? Did they get a phone call when they set up their payment stuff? Oh, that Orion's getting blasted. It's just so weird for me to ever get a call on that phone ever, because no one has the number, and it's so weird that it's an accounting firm in my city. Because if you don't know, UK mobile numbers are not like regional. I know I'm gonna hit. So like they would have no idea where in the country I was. So it's weird that they happen to be in Manchester. It's weird that I would get that call today. There goes that Orion. I knew they weren't long for this world. All right, we need to start engaging the enemy. I know I was taking a while to get going here, but now I'm in it. Let's blast people. Oh, I know there are aircraft carriers there. Don't you worry. I'm headed that way. Let's put this fire out. Alright, that's bizarre.
Problem solved, sir.
I could always phone them back later and ask them what they want, seeing as it's not just a spam number, but a literal business. That's really bizarre. But that said, it was a business, but it was a mobile number. Businesses have landline numbers. They don't call from a mobile. That's unprofessional. Well, that's a mystery. Maybe I won't call them. If it's important, they'll call me again. That's what I always say. Like, if it's important, they'll call me again. Almost heaven. West Virginia. This little fight here isn't necessarily going to go super well. But I gotta do something, right? I gotta engage. This guy is blasting me, though. I think this torpedo plane wants me because I'm so very close to him. There we go. I dodged those, thankfully. You want me to shoot at the Königsberg? Alright, I'll shoot at the Königsberg. Your wish is... He's disappeared. Your wish is my command. I will fire on the Königsberg. I hope you're happy. Is this guy coming around with more torpedoes? Yes, he is. I'm going to have to swing away nice and hard. Oh my god, there's a destroyer. Oh, Jesus now. Man, that's a mystery. I never get phone calls. Oh, you hear me just relaxing there. Oh. That aircraft carrier is really running away. Hardly anyone has died in this match so far. I'm probably the closest to death. I've lost over half my health. Hello, Königsberg. I know. You're here to defend your colleagues. Let's just launch one set of torpedoes to encourage them to go in a particular direction. I don't know that I'm going to win this. Especially with the planes coming at me. No, I'm done for. Oh, then the Hawkins got me. I was about to swing it around. Maybe launch another volley of torpedoes. Because I doubt those are going to hit. He was kind of turning towards them, but he could easily turn away from them again, I think. Yeah, he's back here now. What an interesting match. Like it feels like it's barely begun. Sorry I'm being quiet. I'm looking up this, but hang on, that's a different company. They don't have a website. That sounds real shady. Maybe they are dodgy. Oh no, here we go. Company status dissolved in 2019. So who even knows who has that phone number now? Maybe it's just spam. Alright, never mind. Sorry, I shouldn't be off Googling things during a stream. I'm really letting the side down here. Ah. Right, what are we going to pull out? What are we going to pull out? Let's turn off these silly filters and just have a good time. So I think I've done all of the stuff I can do for now. Let me have a look at my missions. No, not my bureau. My missions. Okay, 5 and above. Do stuff in a 5 and above. Gotcha. Alright, what else? What else we got? Do stuff in a 3 and above. Just earn XP or whatever. Okay, sure. 3 and above. 3 and above. Okay, so I do still have all this stuff. But this thing I've completed. Good-o. Okay, so I still have a bajillion things. Guy Fawkes Night, which is called Bonfire Night here in the UK. No one calls it Guy Fawkes Night. But maybe I should play some more of these. I have to play some British ships that are 3 and above. Yeah. Because that's that's tomorrow. Bonfire Night is tomorrow. So wait, that's a 3 and above. 3 and above. British ships 3 and above. Alright, let's do some of that. Because I won't be playing this game tomorrow. Oh, it's marvellous. It's marvellous. Bonfire Night. For those who don't know, it's marvellous. We all set big fires. There must be tens of thousands of bonfires around the country. And we burn effigies of terrorists on our bonfires, which sounds weird when you put it that way. We build an effigy of terrorists and we burn it on the fire. But it's an effigy of a particular terrorist called Guy Fawkes, who tried to blow up our government at one time. He wasn't happy with them. He wasn't a happy boy. And he was caught, and the government didn't explode in the end. And people were very happy about that, and they decided to celebrate it by every year, on the 5th of November, they'd make an effigy of him and burn him on a fire like crazy people. And also there's lots of fireworks. Right, like imagine, you have New Year's Eve where everyone sets off fireworks at midnight, and the fireworks are like maybe the last 10 minutes or something. Bonfire Night, the fireworks go on for hours. Hours! Maybe people start setting them off around, 7 or 8 p.m. or something, and they go until like 9 or 10, and it's just across the cities everywhere. You could just sit somewhere looking out of your window, and every couple of seconds there'll be a firework going off somewhere else, because everyone in all the different houses set off loads of fireworks, and they have their bonfires. And you have treacle toffee, bonfire toffee, which you can make, by the way. It's really easy to make. You should look up how to make treacle toffee. You just mix molasses and some other stuff up and put it in the oven, basically. It's really easy to make. There is a little step where you need a thermometer, because you have to get it to the correct temperature, because it's all about making the sugar behave in a certain way, You've got to get it to the, what's it called, the hard crack temperature or something, so that when it solidifies it will be kind of, it won't be crumbly or soft or weird, it'll be solid like a hard sweet. Anyway, I don't know, I don't think anyone cares about how to make treacle toffee. We also make chili, at least that's what I do. I have a really good chili recipe. God, it's so good. The secret ingredient is Polish something or other. Actually, no, it's not Polish. Sorry, it's not Polish meat. It's like Spanish chorizo, not Polish. That kind of it's a cured spiced meat sausage. It's very good. That's interesting. I've never had treacle toffee. Oh, treacle toffee cake. I was thinking treacle toffee and custard. That does sound nice. Yeah, like a treacle cake and custard does sound lovely. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, treacle toffee is easy to make. You do have to plan ahead a little bit. But as long as you do that, and you know what? I've not been paying attention to the game. I've been kind of on autopilot here this whole time. My ship, I don't feel, is particularly sturdy, so I don't just want to range out there and get brawling. Really, I should be setting fires, but I currently have armor piercing selected, and I can't be bothered to change it. So I'm just going to hang here on this corner for a minute. I have a good view over there. I have terrible range. I can't hit any of the ships that are out there right now. This Alabama cannot hit her. Cannot. So I'm going to wait for them to get a little closer to me. Because some of those guys will be able to hit me. But they'll be in range in a minute. There's a destroyer back there who I'm hiding from. This is partly why I'm behind this island. And there are some battleships back there who I guess I could be firing on. Massachusetts, baby. It's not going to go well for you. There are 3 battleships bearing down on you and a destroyer. And that they're going to come for me soon, honestly. I'm not sure what to do here.
Torpedoes astern. Concentrate fire on the target.
Like, do I move back and try and assist? But I'm not going to be able to take on 3 battleships either. You know what? Sure, fine, alright. I'm going to kick in the burn here, get the engine going. I'm going to assist. And I'm going to die horribly, just like the Massachusetts. But at least I'll be able to say I tried. At least I'll be able to say I assisted, you know? That's got to count for something. Or if nothing else, I might be able to tell her, I might be able to get her to retreat. Yeah. How'd I do? Ooh, that's a lot of torpedoes. Ooh, that's a lot of torpedoes. Hopefully none of those hit me. Alright, that's a pretty good shot. I messed the Vanguard up. Alright, those torpedoes are not going to hit me. I don't want to be moving forwards, though. I just want to sit here for a sec. Yeah, don't we all? Don't we all? Alright, Vanguard. Ooh, Vanguard doesn't like me. Alright. I always just eyeball these shots. I'm always just guessing. They're really pushing on us now. Ooh, Vanguard dodged most of that. Alright.
Retreat now.
Well, I've done what I can for you, buddy. I need to get moving. I think I'm doomed, to be honest. I don't see a way out of this for me. Like, yeah, I could hide behind this rock and survive a little while longer, but what would be the point?
Good game, everyone.
So instead, I'm going to help that guy out by giving them someone else to fire on, at least for a couple of seconds. Hell, we have actually disengaged from them, but only briefly. Because they're going to swing around and see us. And plus there are these guys ahead of us as well. I'm almost second guessing, but it's too late now. I've made my decision. Yeah, the Vanguard's already firing on me. Well, I can fire on you too, buddy. There are so many battleships in front of me at this point. Honestly, I'd expect the Bismarck to start firing on me. There we go. That's what I was looking for. A Vanguard, man. Because he's got my broadside now. Look at that. That's how it's done. That's a lot of torpedoes. Haha, I dodged them, because I am the best.
Problem solved, sir. Anti-aircraft
Yeah, you got those fellas behind me now firing on me as well. There's another battleship over there. There's a destroyer over there. I reckon I can get one more shot off before I'm dead. I'm helping. Oh, I'm on fire. 25 health points. There we go. Franz von Hipper. Got me. Alright, I've been streaming for a while. What say we do one, maybe 2 more games here? For those who don't know, I will be back tomorrow as well with World of tanks. Modern armor. I've not done an aircraft carrier today. Should I try an aircraft carrier? You know what? No, I should stay on the British ships. I really don't want to because I'm not very good in this Hermes. Maybe I should just take out a normal ship. What should I take out? I'll take out the Fiji again. Alright, we'll take out the Fiji and then we'll wrap it up with something else. Don't forget to drink your tea. Oh. I gotta turn this other phone off. That was weird getting a random call. I don't think I have any spam stuff on this other phone, so I didn't think I needed it. Yes, okay, phone, I get it. You want to vibrate. So who's left with us? We've had a few people pop in and out today. It's been nice. We've had let me scroll. We've had Luna, of course, the expert in all things military warship history. Oh no, not just not military. I suppose just ship history, I should say, not just warships. We've had Filthy, lovely person, by the way. Moira, of course, who I know very well. Straff came in earlier. Spicy Fire, who I just now realise I was calling Firefox, but their username was actually Spicy Fire XOX. I need an eye test, really. I do. I need another eye test. We had Tea Coffee, come in earlier. I really must start getting links together so that I can link other people's channels in chat, because Tea Coffee has a lovely little channel. I say little. I don't actually know how many viewers she has. It could be thousands, but she's lovely. She's lovely. I think that's more or less everyone. Yeah. You're still here! Grand! You think this is going to go well for me? I'm kind of ranging towards the enemy quite violently here. I think I might, I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know what to do. I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I've been so indecisive that I'm going to crash. But I do actually want to go this way. I've decided to go up and around this island. Because there are so many bad guys over there, and we don't know what's going on this side of the map. Like, between A and B, there could be an armada, and we just can't see them. So I think at least one of us needs to go up there and try and, if nothing else, provide some destroyer cover for this Collingwood. What the hell is a Collingwood? You do art, do you? Oh, what kind of art do you do? You're all artists. You're all able to draw and stuff, and I can't do anything.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
I am in awe of artists of all kinds, just especially people who draw or sculpt or whatever, because the idea of being able to picture that stuff in your mind and make it actually happen on paper or in clay or whatever, I just don't get it. It may also be because I can't picture things in my head. It's just all blackness. Like some people, like if you say picture a beach, people can picture themselves on a beach. I can't do that. All right, Asturias. Let's see what you're made of. God, you're a fast ship. But I'm in a Fiji, which is also a fast ship. Jesus, you're tearing the crap out of me there, Asturias, so you are. Yes. So, for example, when I'm designing things to build out of wood, usually, I like 3D modeling software because it lets me... I may not have a mind's eye, but I have an understanding of that stuff to the point where I can use that as a kind of surrogate mind's eye, as long as I'm laying stuff out on a 3D modeler. But, yeah. Hey, this guy ain't bad either. I've forced him to turn around. If this guy gets enough hits on me, I'll be doomed. Doomed! Look, I could hide. I could deploy smoke. Let me just kind of let the team know that I'm not winning. Can I fire any torpedoes? Oh, we got the bombers coming after us now, and you know why? It's because if I did defeat this guy, I would be able to go and get the aircraft carrier, because the aircraft carrier is just over there. Oh yeah, I see you bombing me. Don't think I don't see you. You know what? Maybe I will run away. How dare he shoot at me?
Ship is on fire.
Me!
Problem solved.
Me!
Smoke screen set.
I'm hoping this destroyer can come in and help me out, because I'm boned. I wasn't really planning on surviving very long, to be honest. But here I am. I've made this Asturias turn to avoid those torpedoes, but I'm done for. I am done for. There we go. The aircraft carrier got me. Let's see how he handles this wave of torpedoes. He could avoid all of them if he was good. Oh, no. You're not going to avoid them by swinging that hard. That is... Nope. He swung to avoid my torpedoes and didn't spot the ones from the destroyer. That's what he did. 1, 2, and that's a kill. Well done, Icarus. Well done. And now the Icarus has a clean, direct path to get up to this aircraft carrier, who we can't see, but he's about here. It is a Ranger, though, and the Rangers are very fast aircraft carriers. Ooh, he doesn't have a clear path. No. This fella, whose name I can't pronounce, is getting in the way. All right, let me read chat. Let's see. You're here but doing art in the background. You listen while I work. Listen while I work. Aphantasia, yeah. Yeah, Aphantasia. Love that film. Great film. You like doing drawings and paintings? Yeah, Luna, you ever use DeviantArt? Is that, you know, maybe that's not hip and cool these days. In like the mid-2000s, if you were online and you did like artwork and drawings and painting and poetry and things, you usually had a DeviantArt page, because that was your that was the social media website for artists back then, basically, you know. Everyone had a DA profile and stuff. Well, Filthy, it's good timing, more or less, because I'm going to do one more match and then I'm going to be off as well. But yeah, Filthy, it's probably late where you are now, right? You're 10 hours ahead of me, so it's late. You need to go to bed. I'm going to have one more match. I'm not really sure what ship I'm going to pull out yet, but I'm going to have another one. Screw the British. I'm going to pull out something else. Actually, I say that. Maybe I'll pull out a I'll pull out the Warspite just for funsies and hope it goes well. But yes, there was a time when everyone who was artsy had a DeviantArt, and DeviantArt was a great place to get desktop wallpapers as well. 11:40 p.m. Yes, you should definitely go to bed. It was good to have you. Take care. That was Fun Filthy 888. Gone but not forgotten. Have a sip of my tea. You know, one day, someone who is hearing impaired is going to come into my stream and actually be glad that these subtitles are here. And it'll all have been worth it. Oh, Christ. Can we have any more destroyers? 4 enemy destroyers. It's going to be a problem for me as a big, slow battleship. I'm going to have to play it safe, not push forward too hard. I'm going to... Yeah, you want to go there? I'm going to go towards this island. Just so that the team knows where I'm going to go. I'm going to try and swing behind here. I mean, it really does depend what my team does. If everyone goes the other way, then I might have to turn and follow them, because you don't want to be the one ship on your own. But if I can use this island as cover from anything that's up there, and then I can be directly engaging whatever's over here with my buddy here, the Congo and the Tennessee, and these screening destroyers, good destroyers, I like a Mahan, then we have a shot at doing a good job here. And the idea of getting behind this island is to make sure that I cannot just be slammed by every ship on the map, you know? Try and split the enemy's fire a little bit. Let these guys over here deal with that. This Queen Elizabeth, She can deal with it on her own. Oh. Yeah, so what do you think about the idea sometime of me doing a stream, I don't know, maybe when I have some more viewers and stuff, that isn't gameplay, but is just me reading from one of my old books, you know? I thought that could be interesting. What are Germany's views on blockade? Whoever is engaged in war, said Caprivi, the German Chancellor in the Reichstag, wishes to obtain his object, and if he be vigorous, he will employ every means to obtain it. In a naval war, the cutting off of an enemy's supplies is one of those means. No one can forget... I just opened to a random page. But some of these books are really interesting, and they're not that long either. Alright, so we're starting to see how things are shaking out. Looks like we got a Queen Mary and 2 destroyers headed our way. Those are those new torpedoes. Look, new torpedoes. You can tell by the icon. They're different. You can't see them, but the icon is like the chevrons from Stargate instead of a normal triangle. So those torpedoes will start fires on enemy ships. See if any of them hit here, because I want to see... Oh, I can't see a damn thing. This is what I'm concerned about. Lots of torpedoes coming from these destroyers, especially because I'm the big ship in front. These other 2 battleships are coming up my rear here and are helping me out, or at least they will be. But for the moment, I'm going to have several destroyers who want to torpedo me quite heavily. I need to pull out here, though, and hit this Queen Mary. I know I need to be worried about torpedoes, but I also need to be active and useful in the match. You know what I mean? But at this point, I'm not sure... Good. The Tennessee got the Queen Mary. I'm not certain what I should be doing here. I think maybe turning directly towards... let's swap to high explosive. And let's see if I can actually hit some of these destroyers and turn towards them. If I'm turned towards them, it's harder for them to get a big volley of torpedoes on me. But yeah, we're in a position here where we've just lost one of our destroyers up here. We need to take out these guys. We need to get some very lucky hits here and take out these destroyers because they can really lay into us. This guy's barely moving for some reason. Why is he stopping? His engines haven't been hit, have they? He's reversing. God damn it. I thought he might have been reversing. I barely scratched him. Okay. Oh, but his engines have been taken out at this point. Unless he repairs them and starts... God, he repaired them and started moving again. God damn it. Alright, so now what I need to start doing is adjusting course and speed. Yeah, sorry. This guy's honking his horn at me because I accidentally got too close. Ah, it's funny. Mr. Congo, hello. Alright, always be adjusting course and speed so that any torpedoes will hopefully not hit you. Alright, now he's moving in a bit more of a reasonable fashion here. I think actually they lost their other... destroyer over here, so it's just this one. We're all chasing this one feckin' destroyer, which is a big distraction for us. We really shouldn't be. We've got 3 battleships and 2 destroyers chasing this one guy. I'm going to turn around. Because this is silly. Because we have a Queen Elizabeth on the other side of the map who is getting slaughtered. And to be honest, I figured she would be from the start of the match there. Let's see if we can start assisting. Because I'm going to just assume our team can handle this little destroyer. I'm going to turn away and start engaging the Andrea Doria over here. Who I am straddling, apparently. Alright, let's swap back to armor piercing and see if we can... I mean, that Queen Elizabeth is gone now. So me and this Tennessee are going to wing around this corner. Hopefully, this destroyer that's in smoke here... Uh-oh, here's those new torpedoes. Oh, one of them just hit the Tennessee. I wonder if it set her on fire. Here comes some more. God, those things are hard to dodge. Those things are fast. Alright, Andrea Doria. Let's see if I can hit you here. I always eyeball my shots. People say, like, oh, you should be looking at all the numbers and blah, blah, blah. I just eyeball it. And look, that's a good shot, more or less. I hit him. Alright. Adjust course and speed, adjust course and speed. That enemy destroyer is right in the middle of my screen. I just can't see him, but I know he's there. So, adjust course and speed. I'll turn to starboard a little bit here. And then in a minute I'll wing my way back around. Because I do want to get my guns to bear. Ooh. Oh dear. Another Warspite. A fancy Warspite. The Warspite B. She's going to be a problem. I got a couple of good hits on her here. But really, what's my secondaries range? 5. I don't like the fact that I'm winging my way towards a freaking destroyer. I'm not happy about that. This could go really poorly for me, especially if that destroyer decides to hit me. Let's just remind the team that there is a destroyer, and he would be a fool to not shoot at me right now. And naturally, the aircraft carrier wants to be dead as well. I might as well turn on my repair and such. You know what? I wonder if we can perhaps hit the Andrew Doria with those rear guns. Alright, she's dead already. Never mind. This destroyer is bound to fire on me. I can tell where she is. Hello, Warspite. Oh, that might have been a bit too far ahead of her. I'm not sure. At this point, I'm just pointing my bow to her so I can cross her T. It's not the most useful of things here. I mean, really, am I crossing the T appropriately? Not really. But in this game, it's quite beneficial to cross the T in this reverse manner. Sorry, little destroyer. I'm not changing course. Because I can kind of hide my sensitive belly a little bit. Alright, so we've got torpedo planes coming in from the left here. So I'm going to try and swing around and avoid it as much as I can. Looks like I'll dodge one of them. That'll do for me. Maybe I'll get my rear guns around here before I swing back around. I'm not happy about still not knowing where that other destroyer is, frankly. Not at all happy. Just going to let the team know I could use a little help. We are slowly chipping away at this Warspite. He's not being as vicious as... Oh, Jesus, look at that. Oh, brilliant. We're not out of the woods yet, though. There are still 3 destroyers. And I'm in a flaming battleship, and he could be anywhere. He could be around the corner. I'm going to swing hard to starboard, because I'm worried that their destroyer might be up here somewhere, ready to just launch torpedoes at me. Plus, I do have torpedoes. Yep, no, there they are. Maybe hard to starboard was not the correct move in the end. But look at that! That is the first time I have ever been hit by those new torpedo types. That was it right there. Turns out, turning hard to starboard, bad move. Their aircraft carrier is behind the island, and I'm more than aware of that. But can I swing behind this rock, perhaps? Oh, you know what? Do you reckon that torpedo plane's going to come for me? Oh no, he's going to land. Sorry, it's very exciting. I'm just constantly talking. Alright, let's slow down so that any torpedoes that might be on their way to me might not hit. But also, we do have these... oh, look at these torpedo planes coming in again. Torpedo planes and... Oh, just the bombers this time. I've lined up on the bombers, which is not what you should do. Here's something you should never do. If the bombers are coming your way, don't point at them, because that makes it easy for them to get a good hit on you. Like so. I said like so. What? I don't know what happened. He didn't attack. Praise be. Alright, where these other destroyers are still out there. There's one of them is in C, as you can see on the minimap. He's in C. Yeah, I'm gonna swing around. I can capture B, because I mean, we could still lose this. We may have done a very good job, but they're capturing C, so it behooves us to capture B. And it also behooves me to get behind this aircraft carrier, because our destroyers are coming up his backside here. So if he decides to move to the east, I want to be ready to shoot at him. Okay, we've spotted one of their destroyers. He is not long for this world, but the other one is somewhere to my right. The other one is somewhere to my starboard, and at this point he will be doing nothing but hunting me. And who is that? That's the Douchefaults. That Douchefault's coming for me. I am going to... I don't really want to slow down. I don't need to use a repair or anything. Wait, hang on. Has he already fired? No, he's not. What do you mean about torpedoes? Oh, this guy over there had fired some. He's still alive, is he? Wait, hang on. No, that guy got sunk. Oh, there are two. Sorry, there are two destroyers somewhere behind me. Two destroyers. Remember how I said I wanted to be here when this guy ran for cover? Well, here we are. And here I am. That said, I have a problem now, because ideally, I don't want to be doing what I'm doing right now. I wanted to turn left around this rock. If I turn left around this rock, though, the aircraft carrier will be able to stay in cover. You know what? If I turn hard right instead... Oh, they're capturing A. You know what? Our team are going to lose on points. We really need one of our destroyers. Yeah, there we go. So, this Ledroit, however you pronounce it, is swinging off to engage the destroyer in A. I have swung right more than I need to here because I wanted to change course. Oh, that range is done. I wanted to change course in case there's a destroyer who's already launched torpedoes on me. Alright, that range is done for regardless. There we go, someone got him. Great, good work. Now, we just have to hunt down two destroyers. So let's swap to high explosive ammo. Great. I'm a British battleship hunting destroyers. We are... We're going to be losing on points pretty soon. You know, it really depends on whether this guy is able to win this fight. He's going to go one-on-one with the destroyer down in A. If he can win this, we may have it. This guy's turning hard left. Good. I may have overshot, and I'm definitely not going to get my guns around. Oh, yes! I took out one of his guns, but at least I hit him. That'll help a bit. I'm assisting. Alright, so no one can see me right now. That's good, useful information. Oh, the aircraft carrier is still trying to sink our Kamikaze. Kamikaze is a fine ship. If we can get him down here into the fight, he's right on the other... He's on the wrong side of the map, frankly. It's not his fault, but he's going to struggle to get back into the fight here. We could easily lose on points at this point. Especially if I get sunk. This is going to be my last game of the day, so it's probably a good thing that it's quite an exciting one. When I get spotted, that's going to inform my team of potentially where the destroyers are, because... Alright, there we go. Ah, and he's right here. Come on. Took my guns a minute to fire there. I need to get an extremely good shot off at this guy right now. There we go. Thank God. I really hope he didn't fire his guns. I'm actually going to carry on swinging around this way. Seeing as I'm already turning this way, he did fire some torpedoes. Oh, come on. Move, move, move. Go, go, go. Yes! I'm very glad I didn't stop. Yeah, I figured I'm already moving at some pace. Let's keep going. I wonder where that last guy is. I reckon we're going to win at this point. We're winning on points. There's 50 seconds left. He could sink me, but that wouldn't win him the match. I reckon we're done.
A noble contest, well fought by all.
Let me just use my last repair, because you never know. That like 1,000 or 2,000 health points or whatever it is might be the difference. Oh, I got my will to rebuild. Nice. I reckon this guy's just hiding in the corner of the map to make it hard for us to win. You know? I reckon that's what he's doing. But anyway, while this game is ending, tomorrow I will be back streaming at 10:30 AM UK time with World of Tanks Modern Armour. And then the day after that, on Thursday, I will probably be playing this again at 11 AM. You can look on my channel to see the schedule. It's all on there. I also have a Discord, which is brand new. So you want to get in on the ground floor on this thing. There's a couple of people there already, but it is very, very new. Look at that. We came second. Of course, the Kamikaze came at the top. I know you can't see it because of my little zoom-in thing. There we go. Kamikaze is a fine ship. Fine ship. That was a good little match. Oh, marvellous. I shall go and have a look at that in a few minutes after the stream is done. So, this has been fun. Again, it's been great fun. I've had a good time. It's always lovely to sit down with people I know, or new people coming in and joining. It's marvelous to have a chat with people from all around the world and learn about their interests and just what's going on in their day. Genuinely, you can never bring up a boring topic in my chat, right? I info dump. I have ADHD. I will throw the randomest, silliest, most pointless out there things, facts and stuff at people, and I want you to do the same, right? If you have some interests, you can always share them. It doesn't have to be about the game we're playing. It doesn't have to be about the conversation we're having. By all means, you want to tell me a fun fact about frogs? Go for it. I saw a frog yesterday. I was down at my allotment. I was pulling some 3x3s out to bring them home, and in between them, a little frog was living in there. And I was worried that I was going to accidentally squish him with the wood, so I waited until he left before I carried on. Apparently there's going to be an ad break, but thankfully the ads don't work. So yeah, I can wrap this up instead. Yes, I will be back tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Thanks for coming. It's been so much fun. Please enjoy the silly video that I made. It's a sign-off. It's very much... I was going for the old television sign-offs that you used to get. And the one I did was based on America, because I think America's national anthem is so much better than ours. It just sounds really good. I like it. So I threw this together from old like NASA footage of like early test launches and things like that. It's just a silly little 3-minute video that's a fun little way to sign off. So thank you. Good night.